You guys see the wall out there? Somebody's really, really proud of the wall across from the studio. Somebody put up what movie was that with Will Ferrell? Was that Elf? Yeah.
Elf?
I was going to say Elf, but I thought Elf. So am I supposed to be Will Ferrell?
I don't know.
Yes, you are,
All right, so
obviously. Your face is on Will Ferrell.
All right, my face is on Will Ferrell.
You're Elf.
All right, so what is this? And is that Frozen? Is Roxanne Frozen?
How am I the midget on the thing?
Yeah.
That's what's so
It's
confusing.
backwards.
There's a no.
Don't say the M word.
Oh, sorry.
That Misty Big Boobs. Oh, my God. You know that Misty Big Boobs?
The complaining emailer?
Exactly. The complaining emailer.
Oh, God.
Misty Big Boobs has let me have it with a new email. Oh, my God. And the email is centered around the M word, which Froggy and Fester, you guys tend to throw around a little bit.
Oh, yeah, you don't?
I don't think I do very often. Or
You've backed off of it a little bit.
yeah, so the M word, oh, my God. I think the subject line was like, reprehensible, or something to that effect. Yeah, I'm still trying to figure out if Misty Big Boobs is for real or if it's somebody that's just kind of, razzing us up. So I will share the latest email from Misty Big Boobs in just a bit.
Right. Okay, you just pulled a trick on me. I was in the car getting ready to listen to Take My Breath Away, and it ended in 20 seconons.
Okay, so Roxanne just walks into the studio 2.5 minutes after the show starts.
Wait, so you walk in right now, 2 minutes after the show has begun, and you're going to start complaining?
It's your fault. It's your fault because I'm in the car and I'm like, I guess the show's going to start a little later today. We're going to play a whole Take My Breath Away song.
The show never
and it started
starts
in like 20 seconds.
First of all, that is not true. Andrew, how long of Take My Breath Away played? How long? Yeah, see, we've got this whole computer system here, but it can't time things out. This Wide Orbit thing sucks. Does Wide Orbit have a complaint line? Do they? Do they?
It goes.
They need one.
It goes to someone in India.
Yeah, probably so. Yeah, the name of the software that runs like the computers that play the commercials and the music, it's called Wide Orbit. And, a little inside baseball here, coming off of Next Gen, this thing is like, it's not even AAA ball. It's not even, I'm sorry, it's not even single A ball.
Is it college baseball?
It's more like Babe Ruth League.
It's rookie ball.
I played Babe Ruth League. It's not that great.
It's more like the beginners at Palmacia Little League, the little T-ball players or whatever. That's more what it's like. So, hey, can you tell how long of Take My Breath Away played? It was like 2 minutes. It wasn't 20 seconds. Yes.
It was
And
30
I don't
seconds.
think you have got any room to complain as you waltz in here.
It's going to be a long day for me. I'm going to be here at this station until 2. It's going to be a long day. But
Well, aren't you
Also,
here every
there was-
day until 2?
Yeah, right.
I mean,
that's right.
Yeah, don't you do middays?
Yeah,
so after
that's
the
what I'm
MJ
saying.
morning show
That's
at
what I'm
10
saying. It's
a.m.
gonna be a long day.
Aren't you
Another
here?
long day.
Oh, it's another so every day is a long day.
Every day.
All right, Andrew, do you have a amount of time that Take My Breath Away played before the MJ morning show up and ran? Do you have that?
It was a while. I was in here for a while with MJ.
I think it was about a minute 7.
A minute 7.
Oh, it's
Oh,
quite
that's-
different. Have you ever heard of a minute 7 song? No such thing. No, I was like, okay, I've got at least another.
Well, I'm not
50
starting the
seconds.
show late. I'm not. Listen, the show open, folks, if you notice, the show open to the MJ Morning Show typically rolls at about 59:30. So now stand by for the MJ Morning Show. Then, that whole thing. Usually it starts at about 59:30. And listen, if a song started at 59:20, then you get 10 seconds of the song.
Right, exactly.
Listen, the song can wait. We got stuff to do.
Yeah,
Ex-
set your clock
Exactly.
to the intro.
I'm not getting behind. If I get a couple of minutes behind, that's going to snowball and it's going to screw the whole freaking thing up. All right, so Gino, our afternoon dude, is very proud of, I think, this poster that he had some hand in on the wall.
I don't think he did it.
No way. It has to be Jackie.
That's not Gino. Why
well-
would you think Gino had
Well,
anything to do with
because he rushed down to the afternoon master control studio that handles the controls for my afternoon show. You know, I do my afternoon show from my home. I have a studio in my home, and that's where I do the afternoon show. And my producer and I keep in contact via FaceTime on an iPad, and Gino rushed down during my show yesterday. It's like, oh, my God, you got to see what's on the wall outside the studio. And
Gino.
I don't know whether he's just the messenger. So we've got to take a picture of this. And it is the MJ Morning Show with Christmas themes. I'm dressed as Will Ferrell in Elf.
a very tall elf.
True.
Fester, she really did you dirty, whoever did this.
I-
Fester's just a monster.
Roxanne.
I'm Elsa.
Roxanne is the Frozen thing. Is it? What's her name? Elsa?
Elsa.
That's the Let It Snow. Let It. What is it called?
Let It Go.
Let It
Let It
Go.
Go.
Okay, whatever. Let It Go. I've never seen that movie.
They play that song in therapy.
Yeah, I've never seen Frozen. I think my kids did growing up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're kids, yes.
Yeah, I just there's certain things that I would rather have like all my teeth pulled than watch. And for whatever reason, Frozen was just not anything that I had any interest in whatsoever.
Never saw it.
You never saw it also?
Froggy,
Well-
you have boys.
Yeah.
You know how I'm living the Titanic right now, reliving it. I've lived.
All right, well, you got to
Frozen.
explain to the audience. They don't know what that means. Roxanne's got a daughter who's 5 who's obsessed with the sinking of the Titanic.
Obsessed.
I mean, like it's psychologically like damaging.
But
I
she-
mean, you probably need to get her. Is there a school psychiatrist at the school where she goes to kindergarten?
This is how this is her personality. She gets obsessed with things. It was Elsa and Frozen for a really long time.
Well, is she over the Dahmer
Then-
thing? Because as soon as
Yeah,
the
that's
Dahmer,
next.
as soon
That's
as
next.
no, I thought she was she blew through your 5-year-old daughter blew through all 10 episodes of Dahmer in like one Saturday, and now she's also obsessed with Dahmer.
Yes,
My
that
kid's
too.
totally into the Hindenburg disaster.
Yeah, I mean,
Totally obsessed.
You ask MJ, is there a psychiatrist at her school? Yes, probably, but not one that is an expert in sinkings of great ships in the 1910s.
Yeah, so Roxanne's kid is obsessed with Titanic. So I'm Elf. I'm like the Will Ferrell character in this poster. We'll take a picture and we'll post it up on our website in just a bit.
I know who's responsible for this.
Now, Roxanne, you're the Frozen thing.
I'm
What is
Elsa.
it? It's Elsa?
Mhm.
And then Fester is the abominable snowman.
No, isn't it abdominable?
No,
What is it?
it's abominable.
It's hysterical on both.
What
I
do you
think it's
think?
abdominable.
It's not the that's your abdomen is your stomach.
Yeah, he has a big stomach. I thought that's what it was.
No,
The abdominable. I never got it.
I think it's like a Yeti.
So you think
I think it's the abdominable. I've always
it's
said that.
not the you can't even say that.
Abdominable.
It's
I can't say it.
indubitably. No, it's the abominable snowman.
Abominable.
No, you can't even say. That's
I
like
can't say it.
That's like Roxanne trying to say apocalypse.
I know. In my head, I was just thinking,
I-
can you imagine if there was a apocalypse of
Oh my God!
abominable snowmen?
Hold on. You can't say abominable
Yes,
either.
I can.
All right, hold on a minute. I want Froggy. You say abominable, and then I want Roxanne to say apocalypse.
I think mine needs to
hang
go
on,
first.
hang on. I'm pointing and go.
Apocalypse.
Abominable.
Apocalypse.
Abominable.
Apocalypse.
Abominable.
It's like I'm in a parallel universe where they can't pronounce A words.
I know.
What is? And then Froggy, your dress. Who is?
I don't know
who's
I
that
am.
guy.
I don't know. He's just a little.
It's an elf. It's Santa's elf. It's a real elf.
From where though? What is that character from?
It's not an elf. It's a mountain climber.
Well,
It's an elf mountain climber.
It's a gnome, maybe.
Isn't that from Rudolph?
I don't.
Yeah, I'm trying to. Is it
Isn't that
Rudolph
the-
or is it Grinch? I mean, it's not Grinch.
How am I not Santa
So-
Claus? Fat Santa Claus.
Did Wacky Jackie from the sales department do this?
Yeah,
Are her,
She's very crafty.
are her fingerprints all over this?
Yeah.
Yesterday, I walked through the sales department because Jackie does have the sweetest candy drawer of all of the
Gotcha.
sales assistants. So I'm rating her.
Is that a
candy-
euphemism?
No.
Yeah, right. I was thinking the same thing.
I'm rating her sweet drawers, and I'm taking out Kit Kats and Rolos. And she's like, "Hey, let me know what day's a great day for me to come by. I have a special surprise for
All right,
you."
so that's the special
and
surprise.
I told her a great day would be Monday.
Saturday.
Monday because we're not here.
Or we're not here Saturday either.
Yeah, I know. But
All
she's
right.
like, I have
Just-
something for you.
Just getting rolling, folks. I don't want to get too late here, just like I didn't want to start the show too late. That's why Roxanne claimed she saw or heard 20 seconds of Take My Breath Away.
I guess it's a minute 5.
It was a minute and 7 seconds or whatever of that song that played. All right, I'm going to take a picture right now. During the break, I'm going to take a picture of this Christmas-themed character deal with our faces superimposed. I'll take an image. We'll post it up at MJ Morning Show in just a matter of moments. Hang on. We'll tell you exactly where. First, though, at 6:11, let's grab traffic. Pat's got the latest. MJ Morning Show just getting rolling.
Just check all of US 19 from Newport Richey or Port Richey area all the way down through Countryside, Clearwater, and down through St.
Morning show at 6:19. Hey, everybody. MJ and the crew here. Andrew, I just emailed you the Photoshop picture of the whole crew as like Christmas movie or winter-themed characters. I just sent you the picture from our wall. We believe that, Wacky Jackie from our sales department is behind this Photoshop masterpiece. So, Roxanne, what is the deal? You sent me an email about your fiance, Dig Dug, was in the Bahamas. Is he there now?
No, he's back. He got back yesterday.
So is he there during the arrest of this SBF FTX founder, this Sam Bankman-Fried, this crypto collapse, apparent fraudster?
Yeah, the arrest took place yesterday, and Doug came back yesterday.
But why'd you send me some kind of like connection deal? It was almost like it's like you sent me an email that he was there and witnessed the guy getting cuffed and stuffed by Bahamian authorities.
No, it was the same property though, but he didn't witness it.
Oh, hold on. Oh, that's what it was. So
yeah.
Dig Dug, folks, I'm talking about Dig Dug.
And Doug.
Doug is Roxanne's fiance, and of course, that's the Doug in
And Doug.
Not to be confused with
And Doug. And Doug.
So what was he doing in the Bahamas again?
Golfing.
Oh, let me guess. Derek Jeter.
Golfing.
Derek Jeter?
Golfing.
Derek Jeter?
No.
Answer my question.
Just golfing.
Derek Jeter?
Well, he wasn't golfing with me.
Was Derek Jeter there?
Probably, yes.
Probably, yes.
Doug is currently trying to cultivate a new friendship with Pedro Martinez.
All right.
Yes, he is.
So Dig Dug, your fiance, he was at the same property.
Yes, that's why I sent you that story. You know the property that you yelled at me for driving a golf cart around? Yeah. That's the property.
What is it called? Like
Albany.
Albany.
It's kind of tricky because
why would you name that place after the kind of dreary capital of New York State?
Right. No.
Name it Buffalo.
Why would you? Why is it called? So Albany in the Bahamas. What island is that on?
Nassau.
So it's on. It's not far from Nassau.
Right, Nassau. Yeah, it's on. You fly into Nassau and then it's maybe 20 minutes, but it's opposite. You go one way to Atlantis and Baha Mar, and then it's opposite.
All right, so the crypto fraudster this Sam Bankman-Fried was cuffed and stuffed. He was perp walked, arrested by authorities in the Bahamas.
And so this is a gated community,
Right.
and so apparently the authorities like stormed through the gates to go get him.
Did they smash the gate doing 98, singing "Let These Truckers Roll"? 10-4. Is that how it goes? Is that the lyric of that song?
Yes, it is. Convoy.
Smash the gate doing 90. Give me some Convoy. Cue that up for me, will you
know what?
please?
I've always felt a way about that song.
Smash the gate doing 98, singing "Let These Truckers Roll." 10-4. We got a great big convoy.
See, that's my thing about the song.
I thought the chorus part was really light.
That falsetto, high pitch.
Yeah, why wasn't that chorus in Convoy better?
And
No, it's,
I'm sure a lot of musicians ask themselves that. Why isn't the chorus better?
The message of that song, the emotion that it brings
bring
out,
10-4, good buddy.
the story that it tells.
Let me hear it. I got to hear the
And then the-
high-pitched chorus.
It's like the chorus in the old song Convoy. It's like, we got a great big convoy.
Oh,
Here we go.
It was the dark of the moon on the 6th of June in a Kenworth pulling logs.
Shaky town.
Cab over Pete with a reefer on
Here we
and a Jimmy hauling hogs. We is heading for Bear on I-10 about a mile out of
Shaky town.
I says, Pigpen, this here's a rubber duck, and I'm about to put the hammer down.
What is it?
What? All right, stop it right there. Just stop. All right. Hey,
Where's the engineer on that
I
one?
don't know. It's not the engineer. Who produced that? Who said, I want the lamest sounding, lightest in the loafers sounding chorus?
Well, the engineer should have buried that.
Convoy,
Is that a male or a female singer?
I don't. It's like one kid that they tried to double up to make it sound bigger.
Yeah.
That's what it sounds like.
All right, Billy.
It's Roxanne's 5-year-old who's obsessed with Titanic.
Well, he goes such manly, like, yeah, and then I was
Yeah.
driving down the road.
Well, this was put together by Chip Davis, the same guy who brought us Mannheim Steamroller.
Oh, really?
What does
Yeah.
he know?
No, let's have a meeting with him and tell him he made a mistake.
Well, you know what? We ought to call him up. That's one of my biggest musical mysteries of all time. Why is the chorus in Convoy? Why is it the lightest sounding? We got a great big convoy. What is
Can we
that?
get the guy from Boys to Men that does boom, boom, boom to add some bass in there?
Anything would have been better.
Yeah.
Hey guys, we're having a convoy. Do you want to join
Hey, can you find me Smash the Gate doing 98? Is that I need that? That's how we started talking about this thing in the first place.
Smash the gate.
Because I want to know if when the authorities in the Bahamas arrested this FTX crypto fraudster, if they went into this gated community called what, Albany?
Albany.
And if they smashed the gate doing 98, saying "Let These Truckers Roll," we had a great big convoy.
So I'll tell you right now.
All right, so you guys are singing the chorus?
Nice to meet you.
All right, you guys are really good. Go on.
All right, hey, I think we got to go.
So we crashed the gate doing 98. I says, let them truckers roll 10-4.
Convoy. We got a great big convoy.
Nobody wants the Boys to Men in that song, Froggy. Stop going boom, boom in the back.
I think it helped.
The joke is.
It did. It rounded it out.
All right, so
All right, so where the hell were we? All right, so
Sam
Dig
Bankman.
Dug. How
Yeah.
far was Dig Dug, your fiance, away from the like $40 million penthouse where that Sam Bankman Friedman and that squirrel chipmunk gopher girl? How far away from that particular building was he and Derek Jeter playing golf yesterday?
I don't know. I mean, the golf course probably runs alongside of it. I mean, it could that home that he was holed up at could be on the golf course. It's not an enormous property, but Sam was tooling around when we were down there a couple weeks ago.
You saw him?
No, but we know that he was like, at the clubhouse or at the, different places that everybody frequents. So
That guy looks like he smells.
yeah,
No, if you look at him, it looks like he's got just some stank body odor going on.
Well, then haven't we read stories about them like staying up all night doing whatever
Did anybody
Adderall
see
or whatever
her
they have?
laying by the pool in a bikini with her hot self?
Anyway, the details are the 30-year-old Sam Bankman-Friedman, he's involved in this whole like pyramid scam, this FTX crypto collapse where billions of dollars are like gone, missing. Oh, you know who got hosed? You know who's kind of I think screwed up in that whole deal? I think, you know, the Winklevoss twins that got screwed by...
Oh,
God,
yeah.
Ken.
So after they got hosed by Mark Zuckerberg and Facebook, the Winklevoss twins, I think that they're like all caught up in this crypto collapse as well.
They were. I remember reading an article maybe a year and a half ago when crypto was the thing.
Right.
These guys were deep in it.
They became like billionaires, and now I'll find that. I've got the whole Winklevoss update in my pile, so we'll get to that later on. Let's see. 30-year-old was taken into custody after the Bahamian government received formal notification from the United States of the charges against him, according to the Office of the Attorney General in the Bahamas. Damian Williams, the U.S. Attorney for the Southern District of New York, confirmed Bankman-Friedman's arrest and said the indictment would be unsealed Tuesday. That would be today. And then he said,
We crashed the gate doing 98, saying let these truckers roll 10-4.
we got a great big convoy of golf carts going through the gate in Albany. In the Bahamas. Yes.
What kind of microphone is this? You expect me to sing in this microphone?
Yes.
We're looking for Sam Bankman-Fried. You're under arrest.
All right, what else? Damian Williams, U.S. Attorney, said earlier this evening, Bahamian authorities arrested Samuel Bankman-Fried. Oh, I kept saying Friedman.
Yeah, me too. I added
it's-
that. Yeah.
Well,
It's just Fried.
No, it's Bankman. So I was
Okay.
taking the man off of Bankman. So it's Sam Bankman-Fried. Did I say it incorrectly?
More like caught, huh?
Yeah. Oh, that's right. He's not freed. He's been incarcerated. All right. So earlier this evening, Bahamian authorities arrested Samuel Bankman-Fried at the request of the U.S. government based on a sealed indictment filed by the SDNY, that's the Southern District in New York, the feds. We expect to move to unseal the indictment in the morning, and we'll have more to say at that time. The charges include wire fraud conspiracy, securities fraud conspiracy, money laundering.
Money laundering conspiracy.
All kinds of stuff here. The shaggy-haired former billionaire, easy come, easy go, little high, little low, has been under investigation by the Justice Department since FTX, which had been among the world's largest cryptocurrency exchanges, imploded and filed for bankruptcy protection on November 11th. Dude, he's going to jail. This guy's going to end up going to prison for like 30. What did Madoff get? Didn't Madoff get like 120 years? You know, this one is not as big as the Madoff, but this is like the crypto Bernie Madoff deal.
Well, wasn't this guy the youngest billionaire ever?
How is it?
I think he was. Yeah.
I don't know.
No, I don't think so.
I thought I read that somewhere.
Really? Well,
He's
maybe.
a pretty young billionaire.
Yeah, he's a young billionaire. And then his parents were like law professors out in California. I mean, his father might be all mixed up in this thing.
Oh, Bernie Madoff was eventually sentenced to 150 years.
150,
prison
I
term.
thought it was 120 years.
Yes.
All right, I'm 30 years off.
He should pull the Madoff son move.
What's that? Oh, jeez.
You know,
Well, one died of cancer and one
offed himself.
off them. Exactly.
Not the cancer one.
All right, just getting rolling, folks. I've got a pile of early morons in the news next. Stand by. Early morons. ladies and gentlemen, it is time for Morons in the News. From ABC News World Headquarters off 4th Street in St. Petersburg, this is Morons in the News with David Muir. Maybe not. All right, 6:39. Got a pretty cool pile of imbeciles today.
That was the biggest Morons in the News intro I think we've had in a long time.
You think so?
I liked it.
Yeah, I thought I'd, do a little, big ABC David Muir. I've got a mystery with that guy. He's like the Blues Brothers. He wears the same, suit, the same little, looks like a $12 1980s knit mini tie, a little skinny tie, and I'm trying to figure out what's the guy's deal. What's David Muir's deal with his Blues Brothers outfit?
Does he wear a bolo?
No. He wears like a skinny black tie.
Oh, a skinny. I thought you were talking about stringy.
No, he wears a skinny black tie when he does World News Tonight.
How hip.
On ABC every night at 6:30. All right, early. First of all, is there any update on Antonio Brown?
They're just letting him stay.
I mean, I don't see any urgency on the part of Tampa Police Department to bust his house down.
There doesn't appear to be any urgency at all. Zero, zilch, nada, nothing, zero.
All right, so are they still committing 5 officers to being around his house 25 hours,
How much does
24
that
hours a
cost?
day?
I don't know. I'm just curious what the hell is going on there. You ready for early Morons in the News? Let's go. And
Yes.
listen, I consider Antonio Brown a moron in the news. His behavior is erratic, irrational. The fact that he would not come out to get the PDQ gift card, the 5-piece combo meal, the free card. I mean, what kind of moron do you have to be not to come out?
Seriously.
I mean, really? Come on.
How great would it have been if he came out for the PDQ card and they just roll up and get him?
Absolutely. Well, would they have done that?
I don't. They rolled up on us.
They did, yes. You are correct. All right. A legendary sword swallower.
Well, where's this going?
Yeah, there aren't a lot of those nowadays, are there?
Oh, it's more than you know.
Nearly died after slashing his liver, lung, and all kinds of internal damage after his sword swallowing went wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah. Aren't you supposed to pretend to swallow the sword?
No, how do you?
No, you swallow it. But
Yeah.
you swallowed you put it in the right place.
Well, this
How
guy.
do you know where to swallow it to?
Well, I think it's kind of like being an expert at what you do. It's like, you've got people that just do things that normal people don't do. And I think sword swallowers would fall into that genre.
How do you even know you'll be able to be a sword swallower? How do you even know you'd be good at it?
Well, you got to be brought up in a sword
Sword
swallowing family.
Yeah, part of your culture.
It tends to be, like
Like the Walendas. How do they know they're good at walking on ropes?
that is a great
That's
example.
what they do.
Yeah.
Until the old man.
Then grandpa falls down. I mean, every man in this guy's lineage must have died the same way, right?
Well, it wasn't the famous one. Didn't he fall from a condo
In Puerto Rico.
In Puerto Rico? Oh, let me guess. Froggy watched a whole documentary
Yeah.
on Netflix with the flying Walendas or whatever.
Yeah, it was going to be his last stunt. His family
Right.
was there. They were worried about the stunt at first because there were such high gusts and winds.
The winds, yeah, the winds.
And it was Puerto Rico back in the 70s?
Yeah. And it was, oh boy. Never saw a man bounce before.
Oh, God. That was horrific.
Yeah.
And then the latest Walenda to do all of his little stunts. And didn't the Fox do a whole bunch of series and,
Yeah, he's here. Doesn't he live here?
that's what I think he lives in Sarasota. I think
Yeah, because that's where
Nick?
That's Nick Lewenda.
Oh, yeah.
Walenda.
Nick Walenda, I think he lives in Sarasota or Bradenton.
He's the one that prays while he walks across.
And he did a bunch of those specials on Fox. I think it's been a while.
Yeah. He's like, God, take me across this wire. Thank you, God. Whoa.
Yeah.
Well,
God.
Sarasota is home to the Ringling Brothers Museum. Sarasota has circus-y ties.
Hey, and guess what? So does Gibsonton with all
Yeah,
the
that's-
carnies out
yeah.
there. I think the bearded lady lived
Yes.
in Gibsonton and Rubber Man.
All right, so the guys on the marquee at the circus lived in Sarasota.
Right.
The freak shows lived in Gibson.
Oh, look at this. Nicholas Walenda was born on my birthday.
Oh.
Look. Nicholas Wallenda was born January 24th, 1979. I am 13 years older than him, so I was born in 66. I'm looking at the Wikipedia. He's an American acrobat, aerialist, daredevil high wire artist, and author. He's known for his high wire performances without a safety net. He holds 11 Guinness World Records for various acrobatic feats. Is best known as the first person to walk a tightrope stretch directly over Niagara Falls.
Nope.
Wallenda walked 1,800 feet on a steel cable over the Masaya volcano in Nicaragua.
I saw that.
That was March 4th of 2020. That was just before the pandemic smashed into us.
I think that was like a Fox special. I remember seeing it.
It probably was. Yeah.
Yeah, he was born in Sarasota. Listen, I'm a fan of this guy. I like this guy. I don't want to see anything happen to him.
Yeah.
But when you're a rope walker for a living and a gust takes you away,
You should see the old clips in the documentary I saw of the Wallendas. They showed the family training back in the 50s and 60s.
Yeah.
And it was like 4-year-old kids on a wire just falling off.
that's what they.
Yeah, so the sword guy's the same thing.
So if you're a sword, is it sword?
It's sword. It's sword.
Hold on. You
ignore
really
the
have to
W.
ask us if it's sword?
Well, Froggy was saying it with a W.
When is there a silent W besides sword?
Swordfish.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So the silent W does.
All right. So
bother
in Nick Wallenda's profile on Wikipedia, there's a section about Puerto Rico, and it says on June 4th, 2011, Wallenda completed a 100-foot-long high-wire crossing between the two towers of the 10-story Coronado Plaza Hotel in San Juan, Puerto Rico. The 121-foot-high performance was a recreation of the act that had killed his great-grandfather, Carl Wallenda, in 1978.
So they'll literally have family members die from one particular act and then say, I'm going to try to do it myself in honor of that person.
Yes.
My God, how long is this guy's Wikipedia?
Listen, this guy, he's done
He's done a bunch of stuff.
Walked a lot. I remember he was in downtown Tampa. He did a walk a couple years ago.
Does he still live in Sarasota?
As far
Probably.
As far as I know.
Hey, Nick Wallenda, call us up, 800-990-1047.
Yeah, if anybody knows Nick, help
give
us
me a cell number.
He's got to be the most famous high wire walker in Tampa, right?
out. Oh,
In
certainly.
the Bay Area. Yeah.
Certainly in the
no,
813.
no, that would be Dick Greco.
He's walked some high wires
Yeah.
too.
All right. So back to the sword swallower.
So if you're a sword swallower, I mean, how else do you want to go?
When you're a baby, you
No,
start being
he's
trained.
not
you know?
dead.
But that
He's damaged all of his internal organs. All right, here's the
He's
deal.
not doing good.
A-
He stabbed his own
All right,
liver.
let me do the story.
all right.
A famous sword swallower was hospitalized with life-threatening injuries after an incident during a live performance at Six Flags. Can you imagine?
Oh, poor kid.
Left him with a pierced esophagus, liver, and lung. Yeah, was this his first day doing sword swallowing?
No.
How much?
He hit everything you're not supposed
Yeah.
to.
Only thing he missed is like his heart. Over a month after the incident and weeks in a medically induced coma, Scott Nelson, also known by his stage name, Murrigan, the Mystic, is up and talking again. So he is alive. He's up and talking. He's thankful to be alive. Nelson was about a third of the way through his act at Six Flags America in Washington, D.C. on October 30. There's a Six Flags in Washington, D.C.?
Oh, they're everywhere.
Yeah. It's an amusement park.
Hold on, what-
Not like in downtown next to the Lincoln
It
Memorial.
says in Washington. Where the hell's there a Six Flags in Washington, D.C.?
I'm like,
Right by the Abraham Lincoln thing.
it's in the metro. It's not next to Congress.
Hold on. Bring up Google Maps. Where the hell is Six Flags in Washington, D.C.?
Flags, Washington.
The roller coaster goes around the Capitol.
What the hell? All right. So he's about a third of the way through his act.
It's in Marlboro, Maryland. Marlboro.
Yeah, well, it's not in Washington, D.C.
It's in the area.
It's in Maryland. It's in the D.C. metro area, but it's Maryland.
Hey guys, I just came
Yeah.
up with a good sentence to say if you want to like do warm-ups in the morning, vocal warm-ups.
Oh,
It's
jeez.
really hard. Sword swallower swore swear words after swallowing his sword. How to
What?
say that? Sword swallower swore swear words after swallowing his sword.
Did you just come up with that?
Yeah, I did.
Did you say a bad word?
Are you drunk?
We got to have her mind tested.
This is how Roxanne was talking at the holiday party we had last week. She said, "They swallow festers."
It's this
Well,
way.
hold on, hold
the
on.
party's this week.
Hold on. What are you talking about? Holiday party last week.
Didn't we all get together as a group?
Oh.
Didn't we all get together as a group? And wasn't Roxanne drunk as a skunk?
Our morning show party
Yeah.
was at Meat Market, and then the company corporate Christmas party is this Friday night at
Yes.
some hotel.
But listen,
Yeah.
I don't know if you could tell MJ. She was sitting across from you. Roxanne came up to me afterwards, like on Monday, and she apologized for anything she might have said. She goes, "I totally don't remember it because
I
I
know
was
you like browned out in the middle of the
Well, you touched me inappropriately when we were leaving the
You
restaurant.
smacked his ass.
Yeah.
I saw it.
So this guy Nelson was about a third of his way through his act in Maryland, not Washington, D.C.
Duh.
This was Halloween. This was October 31st when he began to feel unwell following his 5 sword swallowing stunt. It was really hard to breathe, and it felt like my chest was full. Meanwhile, the guy pierced his liver, his lung. I mean, he's probably filling up with blood.
I think I miscalculated. All right, so if I'm at Six Flags, Washington, D.C., on Halloween,
Oh,
and
you
the
know
sword
what?
swallower
It-
starts spitting blood.
Guess what? It was like a Halloween horror night thing.
That's the best show ever.
That's what it was. He was walking around, I guess, doing sword
What
swallowing.
an idiot.
And he talk about a Halloween horror. The guy, the sword swallower, cuts his internal organs to ribbons and drops dead and bleeds out.
Mommy, he looks really hurt.
I'd be clapping. I'm like, woo!
No, it's just a Halloween stunt,
This
son.
is such a good show.
Bravo. Bravo.
You know,
Happy Halloween.
it's so realistic. Wow.
Of the authenticity.
It's incredible how realistic this is. Anyway, Mr. Sword Swallower is, I guess, bouncing back. He was in a medically induced coma.
Might want to find a new line of work.
That's what I want to see. When I take the kids to Halloween Horror Night at some Six Flags place, I want to see the performer nearly kill himself and have to be put into a medically induced coma.
Yikes.
That's a show.
That's the threshold for a great program. Absolutely. All right, 6:51. It's the MJ Morning Show on Q105. Loaded Tuesday. We are back in minutes here on the MJ Morning Show. Did Nick Walenda call in?
Not yet. He's walking on a rope right now, but as soon as he gets down.
All right. So, Nick, give us a call, 800-990-1047, if you wouldn't mind. Hey, there's a great deal right now from our... swallower. We were talking about this guy up at Six Flags in Maryland. Were you aware that he almost killed himself?
He's my personal friend. His show name is Marugan, and he's the greatest sword swallower in the world. And he can swallow a tent steak. And he broke the Guinness Book of World
Wait a minute. He can swallow a tent stake? One of those metal rods they pound into the ground to install like a tent for a wedding in the backyard?
Yes. That we keep our tents up with. He's the only one in the world that can do that, and he's broke the Guinness Book of World Records for swallowing 52 swords at one time.
All right, so wait a minute. All right,
52?
So
Gotta be
John, your buddy Marugan, how did he then slice his lung, his liver, cause internal bleeding, end up in a medically induced coma? How did he do it then?
Well, I had it happen to me not quite as bad at the State Fair in Nashville, Tennessee. You have these muscles in the top of your throat, and you got to relax these muscles, and then you got to swallow it all the way down, and it went through his esophagus into his lung. He's really goes to the extreme on all of his stunts.
So how did he miscalculate? If he's been doing this and he holds world records, how did he miscalculate and slice the sword through his lung and liver to the horror of people watching at Six Flags on Halloween?
Because he put a rocket at the top of his sword, and it shot the sword down with such...
Hold on. He put what? What did he put on the top of the sword?
He's the only man in the world that's ever put a rocket on the top of his sword, and he lights it on fire, and it shoots it down about 50 miles an hour down his esophagus.
No, that's impossible.
Lung.
It come out of his butt, sir.
He puts...
It's only so long, Froggy.
What's his name? What's the guy's real name?
So the guy's real name is...
Nelson is Marugan the Sword Swallower.
Okay.
Scott Nelson is Marugan the Sword Swallower. All right, so what kind of a rocket? Like a rocket for like a model rocket engine? What does he put on the sword?
Exactly, MJ.
Really?
Like the kids demonstrate in science class. He puts it at the hilt, they call it, of the handle of the sword.
My God.
And he puts a 2.5-foot sword at the tip of his lips, and he lights it on fire, and it goes down his throat at 50 miles an hour with all these parts. Like the 4th of July at the top of the sword.
That's him performing at Six Flags right there.
So there's plenty of videos. I mean, he's and you're absolutely right. And thank you for calling in. He's a world famous sword swallower.
I was thinking of some kid doing it.
No, this is like, apparently he's world famous, this Marugan guy. Now, John, you live in the Tampa Bay area, is that correct?
Yes, for 30 years.
All right. So, John, is this going to end Marugan's career? I mean, he slashed his lung, his liver. What happens next? Does he go right back to swallowing swords with rockets?
Well, he could do any act in the show business we call the freak show business. He puts swords through his stomach. He puts pins called the human pin cushion. He has bear traps where they snap on him. He does really outstanding other things. This will end his career, as he's told me, for the sword swallowing, but he has a dozen other acts, dangerous acts.
All right, so he told you that his sword swallowing days are now over.
Well, he's posted it. Yes, he's everybody is doing interviews on him. Yes, he's posted. He's told me, he's a friend of mine, that he'll never swallow another sword again.
Can I ask you a question, sir?
By the way, that's Froggy. Go ahead, Froggy.
Do you know Lobster Boy?
I know him very well, Grady Stiles. I know his father, and I know Junior. He lives in Tampa Bay as well, in Tampa.
Yeah.
You know all the guys.
Now, Grady, we had Grady years ago on the MJ Morning Show
that's why I asked.
Back in the 90s, but didn't he get in trouble? Didn't he end up, is he in prison?
Lobster Boy was defended, his defense attorney was my relative.
He's not in prison. He's a very nice
No. Hold on. Was he once in prison?
He was
his father killed someone. He killed his fiance's other on their the night before their wedding night, and was going to go to prison because he had such weird deformities. It kept him out, and then he was a alcoholic, the real lobster man, his father.
Right.
And
All right. So wait a minute. I'm conflating.
his
So.
wife had him killed. His wife had him killed.
Oh, that's right. Okay, yeah. I'm trying to remember what was going on. All right. So the real lobster man, he was killed. The wife had him killed?
Well, yes, they had someone working for him and stuff. He was only 19 years old, and she paid him $1,500, and they shot him in the back of the head.
Oh, jeez, my
God, just put him in a lobster trap.
All right, so wait a minute. So Grady Stiles, the lobster boy that we had on the MJ Morning Show,
Was Junior.
okay.
Yeah,
Yes,
was a
and
kid.
he pled not guilty. He was arrested.
Actually, the man that got shot was Junior. Grady Stiles is the third. His grandfather had the hands. It goes way back.
No, I realize that this whole genetic deformation, the whole lobster claw hands story. All right, so the lobster boy that we had in on the MJ Morning Show, did he get in trouble for something?
Yes.
No.
Okay.
He did not.
Grady
The son
Stiles was
never got in
arrested for
trouble.
murder.
Hold on.
There's three of them.
That's
There's
the father.
Okay.
That's his father. It's
All the same
really
name.
Junior. Grady Stiles is the third. There's only one lobster boy still alive, and that would be his son.
All right, that's the one we had on the MJ Morning Show back in the 90s, right?
Yeah, he's a wonderful person.
All right, so he never got in trouble then, right?
Okay, that's what we said.
No, the trouble is he's got the most outstanding looking hands. They're twice as big as his father's, and they really look like lobster claws. Everybody
Get me some drawn butter.
intrigued.
So is he making a living? What is
And
he
a
doing
lemon
these
wedge.
days?
Well, yeah, he goes to all the oddity shows, to the convention center for the World Oddity Curiosity shows. He travels around and does that now.
Put those hands on a roll.
That is fantastic. You know what? When Chloe was up in New Hampshire and she's away in Scotland for a year, but when she goes back to New Hampshire, going up to visit her, oh boy, the lobster rolls and the fried clams up there, my God. Hey, John, thank you so much for calling in. I do appreciate it.
John, hold on. We need to get your number. We need to become best friends.
Yeah, you sound like a great person to know.
Anybody who knows how to
talk to you. I got the only live two-headed cow over here. I got a cow.
Oh, wait a second. Hold on.
two-headed cow?
Hold on. Did you just say you have a live two-headed cow?
I do, the only one in the world.
MJ Morning Show Freak Show.
Hold on a minute. And where is this? Is it in Gibsonton?
Yes, I'm the last freak show guy. We used to have hundreds. We had the bearded lady, the Viking giant.
I know.
We had Ronnie and Donnie, the Siamese twins, but I'm the last one with the freak show.
Can you bring the Freak Show to the station parking lot?
Or maybe we have to go there.
All right, hold on. John, I'm going to put you on hold. Andrew, our producer, is going to get your phone number so we can get a hold of you, okay?
Sounds good. I need your help, MJ. I'll tell you privately.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, now we know.
I knew that
Listen,
was coming.
you lend me the two-headed cow, and I'll help you out.
How many udders does that guy
All
have?
right.
All right, hold on, John.
All right.
Andrew's going to pick up the phone, okay?
Okay, if he has a
All
two-headed
right.
cow.
All right, Andrew, get John the Freak Show's phone number. Holy moly.
You have to re-sign just so next year he can bring by the cow.
You never know what the hell's going to happen on this program and who's going to call in.
I got a two-headed cow.
Well, first,
Throws that out.
it all started with him knowing Scott Nelson, the sword
yeah,
The
swallower.
sword swallower at Six Flags with his stunt that went wrong.
All right, so MJ, I feel compelled now to tell everybody that there's a GoFundMe for Scott Nelson.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the goal's $20,000 so far. They've raised $6,300 of it.
How is there no video of this? I can't find it.
Yeah.
I mean, tell me there weren't 100
Yeah.
tourists.
Everyone's got a damn cell phone taking video these days. Where's the video of him like lacerating his liver and lung?
I want to see it.
Yeah, you twisted. All right. I was going to talk about Roxanne's American Girl story here. Now, does your daughter have American Girl dolls?
No, they don't, but they
really?
ask for them all the time
okay.
because they're inundated with it they watch YouTube videos.
No, inundated, not inundated.
I like inundated better.
I like to say inundated.
But that's wrong. It's inundated. The word is inundated, not inundated.
Inundated.
All right, hold on. When we get back, we begin the long chunk of the MJ Morning Show. So we're back in minutes. We start an hour and 20 minutes nonstop content next. So you will be inundated you'll be inundated with quality content from the MJ Morning Show. Now, but Roxanne, in that last segment that got taken over by the Freak Show guy, Roxanne was going to explain to us this whole American Girl controversy, and Chloe's got like a dozen of these dolls.
Yeah.
Which we want to sell on eBay, and that's a whole different story because Michelle was screaming at me. I got to tell you our American Girl doll story, and then you'll explain what's going on, right?
Yes, big controversy.
Big controversy. Hang on. All next on the MJ Morning Show here on Q105. Now... on Q105. Roxanne's going to explain this whole American Girl doll controversy to us. And I guess it's the creator of the doll and a book. All right, hold on. First, though, I feel really bad. Fester, you brought this to my attention.
Yes.
We missed something big yesterday.
I was surprised. I didn't know I missed it until I realized I missed it, and I feel terrible.
Come on.
How the hell did we miss this?
I blame you, MJ.
It's not as much me as a we, Froggy, so you're just as responsible for missing this very, very important.
I get my news from where? This show.
Okay.
Yes. This is where I get my news.
I feel really bad. Fester brought this to my attention. Are you sure this was yesterday on December the 12th?
According to the Google, yeah.
Why don't you go to Wikipedia, see if it's correct? I just want to make sure you're right.
What happened?
So, yes, yeah. Oh, look. Born December 12th, 1923. So today is the 13th. Yesterday was the 12th. It was his birthday. How did we miss this?
I mean, we're such big fans.
Bob Barker!
He's dead.
Come on down! What?
He's dead?
No, he's not dead. He turned 99 years old yesterday.
Happy birthday.
It was his birthday. No. No, trust me. I'm sure if Bob Barker had died, I don't think we would have missed that.
Well, you're saying you're making it sound like it's so sad.
No, so we missed a big day.
How did I say it was sad? If I did, oh my God, Bob Barker. Now, that would be sad.
That's nail in the coffin.
So when Bob Barker dies, you're going to hear, oh, no.
MJ, how long do you think Drew Carey's been doing the show?
Drew Carey's been doing the show for, is it 10, 12 years?
I think
15
longer.
What?
I was gonna guess
15 years?
Yeah.
He's been doing it 15 years.
You know what?
guess.
I still can't get into Drew Carey doing The Price is Right. It doesn't matter. And I watched it. I watched The Price is Right like maybe 2 weeks ago with Michelle. I came home from the morning show, chilling out in the living room, and it was on Channel 10. It was on CBS, and The Price is Right was on. You know what? I'm going to watch this for a bit. I can't get into Drew Carey. It's not the same Price is Right. And it's 15 years. If I'm not into Drew Carey after 15 years, I don't think that anything's going to suddenly click into place where, oh my God, Drew Carey is the best. The Price is Right. For me, The Price is Right died when Bob Barker retired.
It didn't die with Bob. It's just different now. Drew has his own spin on it. He has his own personality. They still have the same gaudy, ridiculous games.
Bob Barker is 99 years old. Come on down.
Isn't it crazy? Like, all these guys from like the 40s, and didn't they all just drink and smoke back then, and that's all they did?
Well, I just sent you an article yesterday, MJ, about a guy who just turned 107 or something crazy,
Yep.
and he works out at the gym every day.
Yeah, I've got that in the pile.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, anyways, he does something what you just described, Froggy. I'm not going to give it away, but he has a bad habit, and I'm like, this is great. You can live old. And
I don't
Does he
understand.
smoke meth? What's his bad
Yeah, he
habit?
does. Yeah, he.
We're
He
not.
does.
We're not going to read the article about
He
the 100.
does.
MJ's
Yeah.
not going to cover the 107-year-old. I don't think.
Bob Barker, come on down.
Where am I?
You're 99 years old.
I am.
You know, somebody needs to interview him. What is Bob Barker like at 99?
No, that's
Hey.
going to be a problem. We don't want to see zombie Barker.
Hey, guys, guess what? Is Bob going to make it to 100?
All right, you stop this music right now
Is
because that's
Bo-
an insult.
Is what? Why is it an insult?
Because eventually the mountain climber falls off.
It's getting close.
Bob Barker, 99. He's climbing the mountain. Is Bob Barker going to make it to 100?
I want to see him beat up Adam Sandler again.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You know how old he was in that movie? That was 25 years ago.
Happy Gilmore.
75 years old. MJ,
Yeah.
this brings up the Betty White issue for me.
Hang on a minute. Will Bob Barker make it to 100?
That's a new one. All right, what are we at, a carnival?
Was that a sound effect on the show?
What?
Was this on the show?
Yes.
What was this?
The whoop, whoop, whoop Doesn't that happen when, I think when they spin the wheel, they get $1, you get $1,000. And then if you spin the wheel again and you get like, if you spin $1 again, you get like another prize. Or if you get it in the greens, I forgot what amounts you get. But at some point, if you win huge on the wheel, you get the...
All right.
That's the whoop, whoop, whoop.
So... MJ.
You're telling me you never heard the whoop, whoop, whoop on The Price is Right?
I can't get it out of my head now. Just shut it off. Shut it off. All right.
Didn't see that coming.
You think there's air raids now? People are freaking out in their car. Shut this crap off.
I'm pretty sure there's air raids. There's not going to be a cowbell involved.
Is that making you angry?
Yeah, I think it's making everybody in their cars angry. It's fun to listen to for 3 seconds, but not 30.
Let's try 30.
Let's try it. We don't want people to listen anyway, do we? Let's just play whoop, 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 whoop.
A new car!
All right. Has that brought you back?
Yeah.
Are you okay
I
now?
like that one.
You okay now?
Last year, the hot 99-year-old was Betty White.
Yeah.
Right.
She kicked the bucket.
Oh, that's right.
On New Year's Eve.
And they jinxed her.
Wait, hold on a sec. People Magazine,
Yes.
whatever you do.
Right?
Attention, People Magazine. Do not do a special He's Gonna Be 100 Bob Barker cover, because they did that to Betty White. They put out a Betty White Turns 100 People Magazine cover. It hit 2 weeks before her 100th birthday, and Betty White croaked.
Yeah.
Oh,
Gee.
my God.
So, I mean, this is the home stretch, Bob.
Anyway, I feel bad that we didn't mention Bob Barker's 99th birthday yesterday. The price is wrong, Bob.
How's his health?
Well, you don't hear much about him. That's a good question.
No, he like the recent pictures and videos that I've seen of him. I mean, he looks 99.
Yeah, he looks every day of 99. And he's...
How old is that picture? Because he's kind of looking like
Crypt Keeper.
he looks like the Crypt Keeper there. Does he still walk around with the car antenna microphone?
Oh, yeah,
Every day. Does he still do that? He walks around the house
to eat his oatmeal.
You know, I was watching on Freevee, on Amazon Freevee.
Right.
Yeah.
They have the Price is Right streaming channel, and they run all of these old episodes from the 1970s and 80s.
Yeah, those are the only ones I'll watch.
Oh, they're fantastic with Bob Barker.
They do that for Jeopardy too, by the way.
But here's the deal. You forget how obnoxious he was to the contestants. He was really a son of a bitch. I mean, he really was. He was just... And, of course, the famous Bob Barker shove.
Congratulations.
When they lost.
Gotta keep that show moving.
And we'll have more pricing games coming up, and he shoves them off. It's like out of the camera shot. You're out. Gone. Get out of here. Get the hell out of here.
And now here's Samantha with the next prize. What's up, sugar bleeps?
But his comments, he would make some really snide, obnoxious comments towards the contestants.
How about the models? Did he ever say anything like...
Well, he got in trouble.
Yeah.
He was accused over the years, Bob Barker, of doing some butt grabs.
That's what I look for in those old episodes of him flirting with the girls.
No, but he got in trouble. There were accusations of, he just missed the Me Too stuff. Because Bob Barker, if he was still active, he might be Me Too.
Right, he just missed it by 25 years.
Okay, he missed it by 3 decades. All right,
in
I'm sorry.
94, he was sued for he had an affair with one of the Barker beauties, and then she said sexual harassment after that. It was
slipped her the skinny microphone.
Holly sued.
Diane
sued.
Me.
So here's the thing about the new Price is Right.
Right.
And I'm all for equality of genders.
Oh,
and
the
people.
the man model.
They had Barker's beauties back in the day, and now they have Drew's dudes.
Dudes.
And I'm like, all right, let's go to Chet and talk about this car. Hey, Drew.
Sure, man,
how'd you like to win this? I'm all buff. I'm like,
A new car!
All right, so Rox, yes.
We're going to get to American Girl, right? Okay, but I do have to say, Bob Barker is looking very Prince Philip-ish, right?
Oh, no.
Yeah.
That's who he looks like right now.
All right, so Bob Barker, no, he's not 100. He's 99. Bob Barker
I'm rounding up.
turned 99 years old yesterday.
can he get 100 on the big wheel?
Wait, before you do your thing, MJ, I got to do something important first.
Yes.
My son's in the car right now. It's Max's birthday today.
Oh, wait a sec. So Bob Barker yesterday and Max's birthday today?
Yes, Max is 11. Max, happy birthday.
Max.
My main man, Max.
We love you, Max.
Happy birthday.
Max, congratulations. Happy birthday, Max.
There you go, buddy. Have a good day at school.
He's 11?
Yes. Can you believe it? I am a father of an 11-year-old.
Can't believe you're a father of anybody.
And an 8-year-old.
I can't believe Kim let you do it with her. I can't believe that.
Would you look at yourself?
I can't believe that either.
What are you talking about?
I can't believe any of the three men in this room have procreated.
All right.
Ever.
Move it along.
It's the greatest mystery of humankind. How have us three turds procreated?
Moving along. All right. Roxanne, can you do this? I don't want to spend too much time on this, but, we were an American Girl family. Chloe was into the American Girl doll. She's got like a dozen of these things.
Okay, stop talking if you don't want to spend too much time on it. I'll start talking.
Hold on a minute. We even went to like the American Girl stores in Chicago and New York back in the day. They have a hair salon where you can get your doll's hair done.
That's insane.
I'm not making. What are you laughing at?
That's funny. That's just
Are you aware of that?
I did not know that.
Are they little chairs?
They're little bitty chairs.
That's crazy.
You go to the American Girl doll store. I don't know if they still, New York, Chicago, a bunch of major cities, and I don't know if it's still a big thing if they still do it. But you take your daughter with her doll to the American Girl doll store, and they have a little salon, and they go in a little bitty chair, and they sit down, and they've got stylists.
Do they talk to the doll?
They're styling a plastic doll's hair like you're in a beauty salon.
Your hair's lovely today,
so
little cherry.
we still have all of these dolls, and that's a whole different story. And Michelle screamed at me because my pictures weren't good enough for eBay, and that was like 7 years ago. And they're still sitting in a box. And I think Chloe's got a couple of rare ones in good condition with like all the accessories.
So why don't you save or don't sell them? Save them.
No, I want to sell them. I want to get rid of them. I got bills to pay, man.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so Roxanne, what is the controversy with the American Girl doll deal?
Okay, this is for you, Katie, because she's texting. All I want to do is hear American Girl story before I have to go into work, and MJ's talking about everything else.
All right, sorry, Katie. I'm sorry. Is Katie, you listening? All right, 7:35. I'm sorry, Katie. We got a little sidetracked on Bob Barker. Where did Fester go?
We had to.
Did Fester leave?
No, he's here.
All right, Fester's back in the studio. All right, explain the American Girl doll controversy, please.
I'm going to lay out everything that's happening, and then I'm going to share my opinion on it at the end of it. And I do have the right to an opinion since I am the mother of 2 children who this is all geared towards.
How does your 5.5-year-old not have an American Girl doll? How is that?
Are they still a thing? Like,
they definitely are a thing.
Dude,
yeah.
I got my daughter the American Girl knockoff from Target, and I told her it's the Canadian Girl, and she's fine with that.
Wait a minute,
I don't need to drop how much is American Girl? $300?
What?
They're $30 at Target or $20 at Target. I got her this.
It's the Ukrainian Girl doll?
No, Canadian.
Oh, Canadian.
Not Ukrainian.
Okay, I'm
not
sorry.
Ukrainian.
All right.
Maybe this year it'll be the Ukrainian Girl.
The American Hurl doll at Pukes.
Yeah, we need the Ukrainian Girl doll that kills Vladimir Putin is what we need.
I gave my daughter the Canadian. I said, this is Saskatchewan Sally.
Hold on. Is it really a Canadian Girl doll? No, there's not.
I told my daughter it was a Canadian Girl because I got it from Target.
And it was
we wrapped it in red.
A fraction of the price, right?
It was like a tenth.
All right, Roxanne, what is the controversy involving American Girl?
Bear in mind, I've always thought American Girl doll, celebrating girls. So this is kind of counterintuitive to all of this. They have released a book on November 1st. They came out with a book geared towards children who are aged 3 to 12. And it's called A Smart Girl's Guide Body Image.
A Smart Girl's Guide Body Image. And it was released by the American Girl doll brand.
Right, which is Mattel owns American Girl doll.
Yeah, they bought it from the original inventor.
And this book is the idea to get girls to live comfortably within their own skin. And a couple of the important points they make in the book is if you're a girl and you don't really feel comfortable going through puberty and you don't want to go through puberty, you can go to the doctor and, quote, get medicine to delay your body's changes.
Well, hold on. They're telling us the
Giving you
3-year-olds in a book?
3 to 12, giving you more time to think about your gender identity.
What?
Because
Hold on. Mattel is telling girls
Yes.
to delay their puberty?
Yes. And it also explains that there are differences between gender identity and gender, what you were assigned at birth. And a doctor's assignment of your gender at birth is really just a best guess.
A suggestion.
They don't know, just a suggestion.
Hold on.
So
All right, so
Yes.
delay puberty and that your gender that you were born with is just a guess?
exactly. I paraphrase that, but that's what the gist of it is. And they want you to, if you don't have a parent who supports your desire to delay going through puberty, then you can actually
Get emancipated?
find an adult who you do trust who will help you with that.
Hold on. Mattel is going to find you a parent to get your wiener taken off?
Are you sure?
Well, hold on.
I don't believe it.
Wait a minute.
This is verbatim. This is verbatim.
Is this on the box for the doll?
No. This isn't on the box. This is a book that they put out.
They put out a book.
A book. Okay, that makes more
Yes.
sense.
Yeah, I'm going to be getting this book for my daughter for Christmas. There you go, kid.
So it's this body image book, the American Girl Body Image Book.
Is it? I don't know. Is that a bad thing? I can't tell.
Well, as a mother of 2 girls,
Hold on, Froggy. You just asked, is it to aim a book toward a 3, 4, 5, 6, 7
not
year old?
that
It's
young.
not
I
age
thought
of-
it was.
Dude, you put your phone down and listen to the
I'm
damn show.
reading the story about
right.
the American Girl.
Number 1, it's not age appropriate material at all. Number 2, as the parent of a young child, you do kind of have to teach kids in absolutes, and this is very gray area, confusing for. I can picture me trying to read this to Daviana. This would blow her mind, and what. My opinion is something that, for instance, J.K. Rowling has had similar opinions and gotten canceled for. I don't know what that means. I guess that means, she still sells a lot of books. I think it just means people hate her on Twitter.
You're going to find out.
Yeah,
But
places on social media hate her now.
and Hollywood.
Hold on, what do you say? Roxanne's going to...
I'm going to step out on this one,
Gotta
guys.
So Roxanne's going to what? People are going to yell at Roxanne for
No,
opposing...
I'm not worried about it. What I'm here to say is that my kids, my girls, are raised with the idea ideas very opposite of this book because we celebrate being a girl. We celebrate girl power. This book,
Isn't for
which
everybody.
calls itself wanting to a smart girl's guide body image, is actually demonizing the idea of being a woman. So it's just very confusing. It's not age appropriate, and it's odd that it comes packaged with the American Girl doll, which you think is a girl power type of thing.
All right, I'm looking at the Daily Mail. They got some bullet points here. Your new book is disgusting. It's child abuse. Parents flood American Girl doll Facebook page with complaints like that over the new book telling girls to seek puberty blockers without telling parents?
Yeah.
As Mattel refuses to apologize, worried parents are continuing to attack Mattel over the publication of a book that promotes puberty blockers and gender transitioning to children as young as 3. The book, A Smart Girl's Guide Body Image, was released under the American Girls doll brand in November. Parents have slammed the book as deceptive and dangerous, while one Amazon reviewer wrote, "Your book is disgusting." Neither Mattel nor American Girl doll have responded to multiple requests for comment as the scandal continues.
Yeah, and it's just, I have a 5-year-old. She's wanted to be Elsa. She's wanted to be Rose from the Titanic. She's wanted to be Mal from Descendants.
How about Large Marge from the Pee Wee Herman movie?
Listen, at least they're still in the same gender.
Well, it doesn't matter. You entertain whatever. She's talked about wanting to be a boy. That's what kids do. You just let them be imaginative, but this is very, very confusing.
See,
and
this is too political
divisive.
for me.
Yeah.
I've never been more proud of my daughter not being a strong reader.
We read Diary
What are you
of a
saying?
Wimpy
Your
Kid.
daughter's illiterate?
I'm just saying. So I don't.
Can't read it all. So let me move on here. But thank you for making me aware of the situation. I was in a cursory fashion. I'd seen this. I knew there was this whole gender deal, and I knew there was just a lot of controversy. Thanks for
and
explaining.
being supportive of trans is not mutual. Is what do you say? Mutually exclusive.
Right.
It is not mutually exclusive from having this opinion that I also have.
So, Chloe, let me get Michelle on the phone here. Hang on a minute. Because speaking of the American Girl dolls, All right, calling Michelle. Bedside phone should be ringing right now.
Can I ask a question?
Yes.
Is not giving a crap being supportive?
What?
Like, I don't care about people's identity. I don't care. I don't care.
Yeah,
Be what you want to be.
So a book that's
no, I don't care about.
aimed-
No, he said.
I'm past the book. I'm past the
Right.
child book.
Hey, Michelle, hold on a sec. Fester's bitching about
But the
something.
bigger picture, I don't care what somebody. I don't care if you're straight, you're
All
gay, you're he
You
or
don't
she.
care about a
you're-
lot.
I don't care what your adverb
Hey,
is.
I'm a live and let live guy.
Yeah, but does that mean? I mean, can not caring mean I'm still? I don't know. You know what I mean?
All right, well, why don't you work it out on your own time? All right, hey, Michelle.
I have plenty of time after the break.
Thank you. Hey, Michelle.
Yes,
Hey, we're listening, or are you listening to the show?
a little bit.
Well, we're talking about American Girl and the whole doll thing and this book that came out. Are you aware of the whole controversy with this book?
No.
All right, well, there's a whole controversy.
So he's 21 now, by the way.
I know. I thank you. Hey,
The American Girl dolls.
hey, in what city did we go to, like the American Girl doll store where you could have your doll put into a little salon chair and they're actually styling the doll's hair for $150?
I think it was Chicago.
Was that the Chicago when we were up there? All right. So the reason why I'm calling is Chloe still has that box of like a dozen American Girl dolls, right?
Yeah.
All right. Now, I was telling the crew that...
7.
What?
She doesn't have a dozen.
How many does she have?
She maybe has like 5 or 7.
All right.
It?
Well,
You're not going to get a good height.
here's the
cash haul out of
deal.
that.
Do you remember we had a big fight over those dolls?
No.
All right. Remember we were going to sell them on eBay and I took
Yeah.
pictures and you
You
berated...
took the worst picture.
There we go. See, here we go. And you berated me. I
Because
took
when you want to sell something for yourself, you're so into it and you take great pictures. And I was trying to help you just like get rid of them. She doesn't want them anymore. And you and Julian took the worst pictures. They're like the doll's eyes were closed, the hair was all messed up. I mean, I don't even know. You had them posed like not even nicely. You just sat them in a corner of like.
What do you want me to hire a professional photographer to do like a runway model shoot?
No, I just expected a little better of you since you're into photography and everything. I thought, okay, you can manage this little task for me and just take some decent pictures of the dolls. People want to see the condition of the dolls and make sure they're not like marked up and that the hair is neat, and you wouldn't even do that.
Yeah, that's MJ's MO, though. If he cares about it, he'll put all his effort into
Oh,
it.
really?
And if he
So-
doesn't care about it, he'll give half-ass effort all the time.
Oh, good. So now you're adding fuel
No.
to the fire.
Listen, it's an MJ truth.
Oh,
So
we're-
if MJ's into it, he'll give you 110%. And if he's not, he'll give you 10% just to not be totally yelled at.
Yep.
Why don't you have Julian take new pictures since you could take pictures now? Good
Anyway,
ones.
we took the pictures like 6 or 7 years ago. We were going to sell these dolls 6 or 7 years ago.
Dolls might be more valuable now.
Exactly. So my delay has jacked up the price. And didn't you say that she's got a couple of really desirable, like discontinued rare ones?
Yep.
Does she have a Princess Di American doll? Oh, wait, that's Beanie Baby.
I don't think they made
They
that.
made a Princess Di Beanie Baby?
Yeah.
Hey, Michelle,
My mom has it.
while I have you on hold,
I'm on hold.
While you're
I
on the
know.
line with us.
What did I say?
While we're talking with you,
hold.
Michelle, you're not on hold.
I'm
You're right.
sorry. I'm sorry. Correction. While I have you on the line,
Yes.
I'm going to put you on hold. No. I teased an item that I'm talking about right now. It's 7:45, and hey, Andrew, do you have the promo from yesterday? Can you bring that up? So I promoted this all day yesterday because after the show, after we shut things down at about 9:45 every day, I record a little promo on something that's coming up on the next day's show. And the next day from yesterday is now today. And Andrew, let me know when you have the little promo. And I want you to hear this. This is the promo that I recorded for yesterday's run. Do you have it? All right, listen to this. Am I boring you? I'm so sick of that accusation and what precedes that. All right, what am I talking about? 7:45. And look at this. I'm pretty much on time. It's 7:46. I started talking about it at 7:45.
Wow.
All right, so Michelle, when I say, am I boring you? Does that ring any bells with you?
No.
Well, I'm going to tell you right now because it should ring some bells because you did this to me recently, and I started thinking about it, and I'm like, how many people have experienced this? if you yawn, whatever the mechanism that causes you to yawn.
I just yawned when you said the word yawn.
Whenever I do that, Michelle, do you realize how many times over the course of our relationship that if I've yawned while we're talking to each other or if we're engaged in something, and if I yawn, do you know how many times you've said, am I boring you?
I'm yawning right now.
What is that? Why do you think that if I yawn that I'm boring you?
It's a signal that you're not engaged and interested in the conversation.
Look at this.
It's a message.
I think it's more of a signal of you're being tired.
Yeah, could it be a signal that he wakes up at 4:30 in the morning and he works all day?
But why is it that people assume if you yawn that you're bored? I don't think that's fair.
I yawn throughout the day. It doesn't matter what time of day. I'm always down for a good yawn.
Yeah,
a
me
lot
too.
Of people,
It feels good.
A lot of people yawn like in the evening or at night or at bedtime. I don't see my kids yawning at 2:00 in the afternoon, but you'll see me yawning.
Michelle, I'm just telling you, that's one of the things that bothers me in our relationship.
Okay, I'll correct that.
Is that if I yawn, that you automatically assume that I'm bored with you. That's just not true.
I'm sure you bore her sometimes.
Yeah. Michelle, good thing he's getting out all of his grievances as possible last week on the air.
I know.
Right?
Why don't you take a psychology class?
Hey, listen, this could be the last day that I'm on the MJ Morning Show.
Last day? You mean week?
Last week, rather. Last week. Well, we only have days left. So I do have a meeting tomorrow with our new general manager, Ron. And what do you say?
Good luck.
I have no new contract. My contract is up in a couple of weeks. At the end of the month, I expire on the 31st of December. We leave for vacation on Friday, our last day live for the year's Friday, and then Andrew's put together great best ofs. However, if I don't come to a contract agreement, maybe I don't know if they can even run our best of material.
I'm yawning. Bye.
Hey, tomorrow we'll have a new wifey grievance to go over with you, Michelle.
Hey, guys, have you ever been in that, if you yawn, have you ever had someone say, am I boring you?
Yeah, you said it to me one time on the show.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
I think you did.
Did I?
100% you did.
That sounds like an MJ trigger.
Maybe I did. And then my wife has implanted that in me. No, but I've had other people. It's not just my wife. I've had people over the course of my life that if you yawn and you're engaged in a conversation, whatever the story is, am I boring you?
Maybe you are boring with all these people.
Roxanne, has that ever happened to you other than you claim I did it to you on the air? Have you ever had somebody say, am I boring you if you're yawning?
No, but I do have a friend. I've never had anyone say that to me except for you. But I do have one friend who yawns sometimes, and I feel like he does it when he's uncomfortable or sheepish about something.
Now, is it a real yawn or is it a fake yawn?
That's what I feel like. It's a fake. Like
fake.
It's a, like a fake yawn.
All right, Fester, have you ever had anyone say, am I boring you if you yawn?
All the time. And my answer is yes. Yes, you are boring me. Get me the hell out of here.
Froggy, has this ever happened to you?
Not really.
Okay.
I have, my nose and people breathing on me. There's not many people yawning around me. I don't want to smell that.
No, you're the one. Dude, pay attention to the show. You're yawning, and somebody says...
Oh, I yawn a lot, but nobody says that to me.
Oh, my God. Would you just focus on the program?
I'm focusing.
All right. Do I need to get you on, what's the stuff?
Adderall.
Maybe.
Ginkgo biloba.
What? Ginkgo biloba.
Stop eating donuts. See, at least I'm not stuffed.
Do you know what today is, MJ? Do you know what today is? I mean, Froggy brought up donuts.
Yes.
Today is 12/12.
Yeah, what does that mean?
No, today is 12/13.
What? Oh, crap, it was yesterday? I missed it?
Dude, today's 12.
It was Bob Barker's birthday yesterday.
Dude.
So I'm off by a day.
Not only did you not tell us Bob Barker's birthday was yesterday and he's 99.
Oh, man, I missed it.
Dude, today is 12/13, not 12/12.
You mean yesterday was the day, Don?
And I don't pay attention?
I thought today was the day.
What day?
Dude, today is the 13th. What are you trying to do?
Krispy Kreme had a buy a dozen, get a dozen for $1 on 12/12. So if you didn't do it,
Dude, that was yesterday.
Oh, I thought it was today. And then Don, the IT guy.
Did you wake up this morning and say, I'm going to personally derail the program
Says
today?
the guy who wasn't listening to your yawn segment over here, Frog.
What?
Like,
don't bring me into Dennis. You're the one.
News around here.
You have no idea.
So Don, the IT guy, Don, grab Mike 4 over here.
So you made Don go get donuts thinking it's going to be 2 for $1 and it's not?
No, but he's like, hey, I'm coming by the studio. I'm like, hey, don't forget the donuts. All right, thanks.
Stop making him get donuts for
Actually,
you.
you said don't feel obligated to bring donuts.
Which is my passive-aggressive way of saying bring them.
All right, so Don, the IT guy, brought donuts because Fester thought today was the $1 donut dozen day and,
He told me
Krispy Kreme.
What an idiot.
He told me he was coming by, and I'm like, hey, I think tomorrow's the sale day, so feel free to bring as many as you like, and he did.
No, yesterday was the day.
Yeah, but he paid for them full
All right,
price.
well, so today, today's full price dozen donut day.
Actually, I got a free dozen free because I guess I buy so many from there.
Oh, there you
so
They know
they're like, oh, by the way, here's a free dozen.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Well, there you go.
I'm eating all of them.
All right. Well, Don, it's great to see you. Thanks for coming by.
Good morning.
With the donuts that don't represent the special that Krispy Kreme
I'm
had
sorry.
yesterday.
I thought they did. I'm sorry.
All right.
Unreal.
Did you bring other stuff? Do you have a whole box of, what do you have
He has
there?
There's something in here.
Well, it's 2 dozen donuts.
All right, let me
which I'll be eating all of.
All right.
And he has another box
Excellent.
here.
Excellent.
Yum.
Excellent. All right, so you have, and those are special red, holiday Krispy Kreme boxes?
Apparently, yes.
Okay. And Fester, how many donuts have you eaten so far?
So far, 3.
All right, that's ridiculous. All right, I have, and this is bizarre, I have another complaint email from Misty the complainer.
All right, she's trolling you.
Well, that's the question. I don't know. Is Misty for real, or is Misty screwing with me? What's the story? So, Fester, I have a new email here from Misty Big Boobs.
I mean, just the name alone is like,
All right, listen,
come on.
I'm kind of tired of this
Misty
because she's hiding behind a possibly fake name.
Well, her email address is mistyBigBoobs@blank.com. And it's a real, it's a real email address because I know the extension. So Misty Big Boobs is her name. Listen to this. The subject line, reprehensible.
Ooh.
Karen.
You're simply reprehensible.
That would work.
Yeah, it would work. Thank you. Appreciate it.
I never thought of it.
MJ, don't ever use the word midget. It's little person, you turd. I'm an LP. And you height proportionate people are not allowed to use the word. Don't let it happen again.
Right.
I can pick up the phone and have an army of midgets protesting outside your
just said it.
outside your studio. We will run you out of town.
All right, she's not.
Oh, and one more thing. Your wife, Michelle, is stealing cookie and mashed potato recipes and passing them off as her own. No. Shameful. Your wife is a kitchen con woman. Signed, Misty the Midget.
None of that is true.
There is so much going on in this. Are we entertaining you, Roxanne?
Yes.
This is the just make Roxanne laugh segment of the show.
It is. No, I was just thinking about last night. I read Encyclopedia Brown again, and I had to delete the word midget when I was reading it.
Oh, hold on. Midget is in Encyclopedia Brown?
I was trying to find it, but I was reading to her again last night, and that word came up, and I had to do a quick
So
change.
this is like her 4th email to you, and we're just finding out she's an LP?
Okay, she's claiming she's an LP.
Call her.
Or I've asked for her phone number. She will not give me the phone number.
This is a ruse, MJ.
Well, I mean, I've been doing this a long time, and it is certainly possible that we're getting trolled or someone is providing content for us. But again, let's go through this email one by one because there's a lot of absurdities in here. Subject line was reprehensible. MJ, don't ever use the word midget. It's little person, you turd. All right, first of all, I don't think I use midget a lot. I think I scolded Froggy and I think you, Fester, recently for using the word midget. I think in the last couple of weeks.
I'm a little loose with the M word, yeah.
She calls me a turd.
Get it? A little loose?
Then Misty Big Boobs says, I'm an LP and you height proportionate people are not, all caps, allowed to use that word. Don't let it happen again. And then I've got that threat here. I can pick up the phone and have an army of midgets protesting outside your studio. That might actually be, that might be good.
That would be amazing, actually.
Hey, don't threaten us with a good time. If you can bring 100 little people here.
It's like that
Misty,
old Fox show where they had 50 midgets trying to
pull a plane.
pull a plane.
Remember that?
And nobody protested that?
It was a different time.
Now, hang on a minute. If we get a protest here, let's say this is real, and it's signed Misty the Midget. Let's say that Misty and her email address is Misty Big Boobs. So are we to assume that this is a little person with a gigantic rack?
Yeah, I was thinking about that too. I don't see that often.
Okay, so Misty, the anonymous, all but anonymous email. I mean, we don't know anything about her other than her stage name or fake name or
her handle. Her handle.
Thank you, Roxanne.
Her real name is on here. So it's Misty, and then it starts with a D. So her real name is on there, and then you have in the brackets the email address, mistybigbboobs.com.
What's your real name? I'll look her up on IG.
We can track her down.
I tried that. I tried to look her up by the real name, and I didn't come up with much. Now, hold on. Let me finish this up here. Now, first of all, I think that if we have an army of little people protesting outside of our studio, that's gold.
How about you add on a two-headed cow in the mix?
I mean,
that's gold. I'm sure the press would cover the MJ Morning Show getting protested by an army of midgets. I'm reading her thing, an army of midgets protesting outside the studio. I'm reading her language right here. Then let me address the last part. Oh, and one more thing. Your wife, Michelle, is stealing cookie and mashed potato recipes and passing them off as her own. Shameful. Your wife is a kitchen con woman. What, Misty, what the hell are you talking about? I have said every single time that these recipes were recipes that Michelle found. We've given credit every single time. The famous chocolate chip cookie recipe is the New York Times chocolate chip cookie recipe. And
Jacques Torres.
If
you don't know who he is, he's the French guy on that Netflix cake show. Damn it, I forgot the name of it. Nailed it. Nailed it.
Yep. So Jacques Torres, this chocolate chip cookie recipe is incredible. And remember, you got to do the cookie slam. When the cookies come out of the oven on the metal tray, you got to slam it down. And watch your ears because it's a very sharp sound. You got to slam it, and that flattens out the cookies. It's the cookie slam. But every single time that we've talked about the best chocolate chip cookies ever, we've said, go online, look for the Jacques Torres New York Times chocolate chip cookie recipe. They are the best. Michelle never tried to pass it off as her own.
No, it's the recipe
God.
she uses.
MJ, think about that famous book you love, Kitchen Confidential. Michelle could write Kitchen Con Woman.
Okay.
Woman.
But then the mashed potato recipe. We also bring that up. I forgot that guy's name.
She ripped that one off too.
Robert, whatever. The guy's dead because I think he had a heart attack with all the butter that was in his mashed potatoes. But there's a famous mashed potato recipe that we talked about where it's an inordinate amount of butter.
Oh, so good.
Yeah. Type in French chef. Type in Type in.
Lots going to come up for
he
that.
Died, right?
Yeah, he died. The guy's dead. French chef, and it's the come on, look this up.
Row your
There
boat.
we go. It's right there. It's Joel Robuchon. And never did Michelle say this was her recipe. Misty, you
big boobed emailer.
Hey, whoa, you almost called her the
the ultimate French mashed potatoes from Joel Robuchon.
I think it's Joël.
Joël Robuchon. So we never try to pass this off as Michelle's recipe. That's BS. So I don't know what you're doing here, Misty.
Yeah.
Trying to troll me, Misty.
Gaslight him.
Yeah.
Play Misty for me.
And don't threaten us with a good time by bringing an army of midgets down here.
Come on down.
Let's go.
Yeah, exactly.
I love it.
Yeah. Come on down. Bring the army of midgets. All right, anyway.
Would they protest MJ or would they make MJ their leader?
I think we found our leader.
All hail MJ! All hail MJ!
Great. Well, we got to sing the Lollipop Guild now.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I don't know it, but I would if I did.
All right, so Misty, send us your phone number. I want to know what your deal is. If you're real or fake, if you're just trolling us. Come on, Misty. Email your phone number so we can call you up. So that's the latest from Misty.
Misty's probably a 50-year-old guy.
I wonder if
in his
Shorty
underwear.
Shane knows her. I mean, don't all midgets know each other?
Yeah, stop using that word.
Dave never cared.
All right.
Dave the Dwarf never cared. You're right.
Did.
Not if his friend said it.
All right.
Apparently, moving along, Tom Brady left the San Francisco area, got on the Bucs plane back to Tampa after the horrific loss, and didn't shower? He said, F it? Is this true?
Uh-oh, he is divorced, huh?
Tom Brady.
Yeah, no hygiene.
Here comes the beard of shame.
Tom Brady didn't hold anything back after the Buccaneers' latest loss, the 35-7 embarrassment with the loss to the 49ers. Buccaneers are now, 6-7 on the season, still in first place in the NFC. How is that possible? Still in first place in the NFC South. That's how bad this division is.
So undeserving.
And then, didn't I hear that the Bucs can lose the next 2 games and still be number 1 in the division?
Okay, they can lose the rest of their games as long as everybody else keeps losing.
But here's the deal.
Yeah.
The Bucs can keep losing, and they're still going to be in the playoffs.
Yep.
Eventually, the teams have to play each other, so somebody's going to have a couple of wins, whether it be the Falcons or the Saints or the Panthers or the Bucs. But, right now, that division sucks.
Tom Brady spoke with the San Francisco Chronicle's NFL reporter Michael Silver, and the story is that he was extremely candid following the loss in a very tough season, and Tom Brady was seen leaving Levi's Stadium without even taking a shower.
That says a lot.
Tom Brady said, quote, "Some things I don't give an F about at this point." Half smiling, according to the report, F that, I'm going home. And that Tom Brady allegedly didn't go to the locker room to take a shower. He just left.
Probably got some.
Do you know how stinky and sweaty those football players are after 4 quarters of running around and all those shoulder pads and
Dude, you're Tom Brady. You just got your ass kicked 35-7 to a quarterback who is younger than your NFL career. Get me the hell out of there.
And then think about, I wonder who had to sit next to him on the plane, on that long plane ride home.
Yeah. I want to know the hierarchy because, Unitard, who used to be an intern on the MJ Morning Show, this is years ago. When was Unitard an intern, Fester?
In the
2005, 2007?
Yeah, in the 4, 5, 6 range.
Yeah, somewhere in that. And he was a great guy. But now, does he work for the Bucs or is this just like a weekend gig?
Okay, so he works for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers radio network, which is different than the team. So he works for the production facility of the radio broadcast. And he holds
the salad bowl, right?
Right. He's one of the salad bowl holders.
He's one of the guys on the sideline holding that big, clear, acrylic, parabolic microphone bowl, and it looks like a gigantic salad bar bowl that holds like 47 heads of lettuce.
Like if you went to like a buffet wedding and they had like a salad, it'd be that big of a bowl.
Yeah. So he holds that on the sideline to get like the contact noises. And so he travels with the Bucs. And, I was just curious, and maybe he can help us out with this. When they fly, they typically fly Delta. The Bucs typically contracts Delta Airlines, and they'll be on 767-400s or Airbus 330s. And how do they decide who gets the crappy coach seats? Who gets Delta Comfort Plus?
Oh, there's a hierarchy, all right.
Yeah, who gets the Delta One, the first class seats?
Okay, the guy who holds the microphone has to be in the back, right?
Yeah, listen, Unitard is crammed. He's going to be in the worst damn seats in the back of the plane.
He's sitting next to Jason Floyd and Gene Deckerhoff, and Gene's just talking his ear off.
And the Bucs, I'm sitting in the back of the plane.
Oh, my
Unitard.
Do you feel the turbulence?
Oh, my God, it's terrible back here.
I think I'm getting nervous.
I can barely fit in the seat. This is awful.
But, Tom Brady, with Tom Brady's, does he sit in first class?
He doesn't have his own plane?
No. He flies with the team.
What are they, nuts?
No, you fly with the team. So Tom Brady doesn't deserve a Delta One first class seat with the performance this season.
All right, Tom Brady deserves his own plane. Give him his own 737. Just have the whole damn thing. Make a Brady Force One. Let him travel in it.
For real.
I asked earlier. Speaking of, and we'll move on here because Fester has some. You've got a mystery
audio.
Fester has mystery audio for me. So it's the mystery clip. I'm looking at my soundboard here. And I was told, don't touch it. And it's labeled Fester Mystery Clip. And it's on my soundboard here. So, Fester, in minutes, you're going to reveal the mystery clip?
No audio has made me more happy than this piece of audio ever in my life.
Don't give a hint.
It's not a hint. It's a statement.
And then also, I've got some audio. I've got some sound I need to play because I saw a commercial that creeped me the hell out yesterday. I'm like, what? All right, hold on. All that coming up in just a second. All right, one other football-related thing, because I asked earlier, is there anything new on Antonio Brown? Did we look this up? The last thing we saw, and we mentioned this on the show, was it Friday? I think it was Friday that we mentioned that the woman that filed the charges against Antonio Brown for the domestic violence, that she now wants the charges dropped?
Okay.
So the woman that filed the domestic violence charges against Antonio Brown says that she now wants the charges against him to be dropped. And that's the last thing we had on Friday. So is there any update? Will the charges drop? What's the status? Is TPD, is Tampa Police, are they still monitoring his home in South Tampa? Remember, Fester and I showed up with the megaphone.
Antonio Brown. Antonio Brown, this is the MJ Morning Show. Please come out. Antonio Brown, this is the MJ Morning Show. If you come out, I have a PDQ combo meal coupon for you.
Now, if you haven't seen the video, it's up on my social media. It's up on my Instagram, Certified MJ Radio. Certified MJ Radio. There are 3 video clips of Fester and me in front of Antonio Brown's house with the megaphone trying to get him to come out. The last clip, Fester, you run to the door.
Yes.
And you actually put the coupon for the free combo meal from PDQ. You put it on the front door. Now, do you think they took that? Do you think they're going to use it? Or do you think they crumpled it up? Do you think Antonio Brown threw it away?
Antonio would be arrested if he left his house. So he would have had to have just cracked the
door
open,
grabbed it
and pulled it in, and then closed the door again.
And he's not obviously driving to PDQ, the drive-thru right now, in his $395,000 Rolls-Royce SUV sitting in the driveway. Man, that would be a styling ride to go to the PDQ drive. And it's right near his house. It's right on Dale Mabry, right across from Plant High School. So I wonder what the current disposition is of the combo meal free card we stuck in his front door.
I hope it didn't get weathered out there.
Which, you know what, we really didn't have to do that because that was really the enticement to get him to come out. So we kind of rewarded his bad behavior, Fester.
Sure did.
And he didn't come out.
So yesterday, MJ, Sports Illustrated, a reasonably respected sports publication, gave an update on the current status of Antonio Brown and his run from the police. And they quote Amy Dash, who's from the League of Justice.
The League of Justice?
What? It says, according to
the movie?
I don't know.
Like Wonder Twins' powers activate?
Yeah, I think she was one of the Wonder Twins. She was like, with Gleep the monkey.
Yeah.
It says, according to League of Justice's Amy Dash, the police have only issued an arrest warrant on the former receiver, meaning they are unable to force their way into the home. However, according to Tampa police, Dash states, police say that Brown's lady friend is free to come and go as she pleases, as are any other visitors, including us, I guess, he has that he wants to have. He's in his home, on his property, and the police basically have their hands tied instead of any other way around it.
What?
So the police cannot force their way.
It says police basically have their hands tied instead of the other way around. Just read the sentence.
I was so confused.
You're reading and then you're making things up. All right.
English is my second
Yeah,
language.
apparently.
And reading.
All right, so that's the latest on Antonio Brown. And I just want to know, were the charges dropped? If the lady wants the charges dropped, that's the question I have. All right, Festus, do you have a mystery audio bite for me?
Yes.
Wow, is this a new segment?
No, just the one and done. I mean, he's only going to be here 3 more days anyway.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for the Fester mystery clip. Mystery clip. Mystery clip.
Mystery clip.
Get one in, Roxanne.
All right.
Mystery clip.
There we go.
Good job.
All right, Fester. So
It better be good.
All right.
do I just play it?
Just play it.
There's no setup to your bit.
No setup. It tells you everything, and then we'll have a little fun afterwards.
Fester pulled this audio bite. All right, let's listen.
Chacaroni. Oh, bring it in. Chacaroni.
Chacaroni.
Get on beat. Chacaroni. Chacaroni. Keep that wig on. Come on. Chacaroni.
Chacaroni?
Chacaroni is back.
Wait, that's not a mystery at all.
Well, I didn't tell you what it was. What is it, Froggy?
It's from the Chacaroni commercial when they're all singing.
Does that not make you happy?
It's not a mystery.
Yeah.
All right, maybe this is
We solved it.
Maybe this is a poorly named segment.
Solved it very quickly.
But
All right, hang on a minute. Fester is obsessed with Shaquille O'Neal.
I mean, it's a great song.
Fester is obsessed with Shaquille O'Neal's pizza deal with, was it Papa John's?
$1 from every Chacaroni goes to charities people care about. Listen, first of all, I'll tell you right now, of every maybe person on the planet,
Yeah.
Shaq is one of my favorite 3 or 4. My 3rd or 4th favorite person on the planet is Shaq. And I have 3 members of my immediate family.
Pastor, I have a mystery sound for your bit.
What? That's after you eat the Chacaroni.
Dude, Froggy, what are you, 5?
Well, you know.
I mean, okay,
The
so,
point
okay,
is
so
that
maybe
burp
the sound
wasn't very
wasn't a
mysterious.
mystery, but how great is that song? How do we not put that into power rotation here?
Chacaroni. Oh, bring it in. Chacaroni. Get on beat.
Chacaroni. Chacaroni.
Wig on. Come on. Chacaroni.
All right, Fester.
All right, so last week we
Your
had...
obsession with Shaquille O'Neal is unnatural.
What if I came to the Beasley Christmas party and I brought like 10 Chacaronis?
You know that Shaquille O'Neal was on Drink Champs, and he was the only person not to drink on Drink Champs because he doesn't drink in public.
What is Drink Champs?
That's the show that Kanye West was on when he first initially spouted all his
anti-Semitism.
He drinks, but he won't do it.
He
and
only
have
drinks at
privately.
home.
He's like, I can't affect my brand and do anything crazy.
So he doesn't drink in public?
There are
Really?
a lot of celebrities like that they will refuse to be photographed with a drink in their hand, or they drink out of, if it's alcohol, maybe it's
coffee
in a
cup.
Well, I'm not one of them. You saw the video of me savoring that wine on my Instagram.
You put your alcohol abuse right out there.
Yeah, but I can't go to...
Wait a minute. I have at maximum. At maximum, I have maybe 4 glasses of wine.
A day.
No,
A day.
a week.
A sitting.
A week. And
Listen. I reviewed the meat market bill, so I know everybody's drinking habits now.
I had nothing but the wine. And I didn't order the wine. Dig Dug ordered the wine at Meat Market, okay, for our holiday party. Now,
Tell him thanks for the yellowtail. It was delicious.
I have a maximum of 4 glasses of wine per week. And mostly, I would say 90% of the year, we only have a bottle of wine on either Friday or Saturday. So
It's kind of hard to drink a lot when you're doing this job.
Well, during the week, I don't drink during the week.
Yeah.
Sometimes if maybe twice a year I might pour a little
shot of Jaeger,
shot of Jaeger or whiskey while I'm doing prep at night, but that's it.
All
and
right.
it's very rare.
If MJ has 4 glasses of wine a week, I have 4 Chacaronis a week.
That's enough for a Chacaroni.
And when I do drink and I do enjoy a great wine, I have no issue whatsoever putting up a video. And in fact, the last post on my Instagram is me savoring a phenomenal wine. And actually, I commandeered Chloe's glass of red wine on Saturday night at dinner. It was phenomenal. It was incredible. The thing had opened up spectacularly after about an hour and 20 minutes or so. And Chloe was ordering all these mixed drinks. And listen, she was drowning out her taste buds to enjoy how good that wine was.
Yeah.
So
God.
I grabbed it. And I finished the wine. There's like a 10-second clip of me savoring this wine. And it's on my Instagram if you want to see it. It's at Certified MJ Radio. So
you're like in the middle of a restaurant.
I'm doing the because I'm aerating it. I'm trying to maximize the front end, the middle, and the finish. And I'm doing a little. If you want to see it, and if you want to see them making fun of me, the quick little video is on my Instagram. Go to Certified MJ Radio. That's Certified MJ Radio, and see the video. It's the last thing I posted. And while you're there, give me a follow. I am like only a few away from 11,000.
Whoa.
So, hey, give me a follow. Try to get me to 11,000 today on my Instagram. So, Certified MJ Radio, give me a follow. All right, I have a creepy chunk of audio I've got to play. I saw this for the first time yesterday, and I'm like, oh, my God, is this thing bizarre? Now, I'm going to need some help here because I don't know.
Oh, wait, is this mystery audio more?
Well, no, it's not. It's well, listen, you don't know what it is yet.
Let's not poo-poo all over my Shaq-a-roni bit, Froggy. All right? I'm a big fan.
I loved it.
Shaq-a-roni.
I got to play this commercial. I saw this on TV yesterday for the first time this holiday season. You know the clapper.
Clap on, clap off.
Exactly, the clapper. I have not seen this commercial. Listen to this.
Ken French, world-class clapper. 721 claps a minute. With the clapper, I only need 2 claps.
Clap on, clap off.
All right, so the commercial starts with, there's some record holder on the number of claps per minute.
Ken French, world-class clapper. 700.
Ken French, world-class clapper. And the guy is clapping like a hummingbird's wings.
Like
it's insane. Right,
Look at this guy.
Right, but that's not why I'm playing the commercial. Listen to the rest of the spot.
Ken French, world-class clapper. 721 claps a minute. With the clapper, I only need 2 claps.
Clap on, clap off.
And now, from The Mandalorian, the child clapper with Nightlight.
All right. Now, the Star Wars Mandalorian. Now,
okay,
I don't know much about this. It's a TV series?
No, so Mandalorian.
What is, explain the whole Mandalorian thing.
It's on Disney Plus.
All right.
It's on their Star Wars area.
Okay.
And the Mandalorian is this character in the Star Wars world who rescues a baby Yoda. The Yoda's name is Grogu. It's different than Yoda.
All right,
but
so it's not Yoda, but it's the same
species.
Species.
Yes,
So,
but it's a baby.
Right,
but it's 50 years old.
Right.
It's a 50-year-old baby Yoda that's still a toddler or still a little baby infant.
All right.
And he saves it and rescues it and saves its life, and they end up loving each other.
All right, Fester, go back to the original spot. I even sent it in your email.
All right.
Go to your email, and I gave you the spot. That's not it.
Okay. Let me go to my email.
Go to your email and bring up the spot. And let me play. And I haven't even gotten to the point that I want to make yet. So listen again.
Ken French, world-class clapper. 721 claps a minute.
Here
With
we
the
go.
clapper, I only need 2 claps.
Clap on, clap off.
And now, from The Mandalorian, the child clapper with Nightlight. Clap 2 times to turn your lamp on and off. Clap 3 times to turn on the nightlight. And hear the Mandalorian say,
"The kid's coming with me."
What the hell?
The kid's coming with me.
What?
All right.
Of all the clips, what is that from? What is that, Fester?
God.
So
The kid's coming with me.
I have your little girl. I want $5 million. That is the creepiest damn thing.
Mommy.
I mean, you want that playing in the middle of the night in your kid's bedroom?
The kid's coming with me.
Is it Liam Neeson?
No, it's the Mandalorian. He talks underneath his mask, and it's
The kid's coming with me.
What does that mean? The kid's coming with? Did they pick the creepiest possible thing that this Mandalorian can say?
Yes.
It's like a child molester in your bedroom or something. Hey,
right.
What was that?
The kid's coming with me.
Ooh.
Clap 3 times, and
The kid's coming with me.
you're gonna die tonight, kid.
What is this?
The kid's coming with me.
I'd say that's probably the creepiest thing that the Mandalorian says.
Does the Mandalorian say this?
Yes, because people are fighting over this very precious cargo, this very precious being.
This little baby Yoda thing?
They want to get blood from it. They want to extract it because he has the Jedi powers.
Oh my! How bad is this thing?
What is a Mandalorian?
It's excellent.
You got to understand. You got to understand where I stand with Star Wars. For me, all Star Wars movies sucked after Return of the Jedi.
Yeah, I'm
For
sort of
me,
with that.
I'm an originalist, okay? Star Wars, The Empire Strikes Back, and Return of the Jedi. After that, all of the Star Wars movies, as far as I'm concerned, are just frauds.
They were kind of turdish.
I have no interest in Star Wars after the first three. Oh, Andrew is shaking his head. What? You got?
No, I'm agreeing.
But
I agree.
But you're
I don't
shaking
like
your
the
head
other
in the
ones either.
you're shaking your head in the negative. You're going like this,
opposite day,
negative instead of like agreeing with me and up and down. You're doing a sideways.
The head shake was reference to the movies, not to what you were saying.
All right, so you agree with me that
yes,
that all the Star Wars after the first three just right?
Yes.
All right.
So the Mandalorian, Fester, you watch this thing?
It has one season of the Mandalorian or 2 seasons of the Mandalorian, and then I watched Boba Fett after that, and that's great. They're hour-long episodes, and it's a great. It's a really good show.
The kid's coming with me.
And he says that?
Other villain forces are trying to get their hands on this Grogu, this little baby Yoda, and Mandalorian ain't having it.
If I hear this in my kid's bedroom in the middle of the night,
the kid's coming with me.
I'm getting on the phone. I'm calling 911. 911, what's your emergency? There's some guy in my kid's bedroom saying,
"The kid's coming with me. I have your little girl. I want $5 million. I have your little girl."
Is it a boys movie show or like a girls or?
It's for. I mean, has Max not seen it?
No, we don't. We don't believe in Disney. Just kidding. No, we want to watch it.
Watch it during Christmas break. It's great. They'll love it.
I'm sorry. Is that going to be a big seller with this creepy voice? I mean, what other creepy sayings could that say?
Take your pants off.
How about what other ads can that clapping guy ever be in besides this?
It's the Michael Jackson clapper.
Watch out,
I'm coming in your bed. I'm coming into the bed right now.
With some Jesus juice.
It's the Michael Jackson clapper. Oh, my.
Bubbles.
Mama say, mama gusta. Okay. Yeah, listen, MJ, it's worth. Give The Mandalorian one episode.
No,
it's good. I'm telling you.
I have no interest. If I don't like any Star Wars after Return of the Jedi, I don't think I need to spend any time.
It's one of the most popular Disney Plus series created ever. I don't watch it, but
really worth your time to give it one episode, and then all right, I'll give it another.
Speaking of TV, did you?
Before you go on.
Okay. I'm getting interrupted. Yes.
I want to redeem ourselves from our error of reporting yesterday's news.
Whoa.
Bob Barker's birthday, turning 99.
Hold on a second.
Yes.
Wait. You want to redeem ourselves from the error of what?
Being late.
Well, no, we didn't make an error.
No, Fester did. Well, it wasn't an error. It was an omission. And then we're talking about birthdays from yesterday. So I want to talk about a birthday today.
Okay.
And not only Max.
Yeah, because we did
Froggy's son.
We did not mention that Bob Barker's birthday was yesterday, and he was 99. So we did a whole little tribute. About an hour ago?
Omission is the wrong word because we didn't know it to omit it. We just didn't know. As soon as we found out, we gave it the respect that we think it deserves.
So, Roxanne, what are you trying to establish? And you're going to mention a birthday that's actually today?
Yeah, and also very old. Dick Van Dyke, 97.
Oh.
Yep.
You just tripped over a sofa arm.
Man,
I watched those old shows. Mary Tyler Moore was so hot.
Yeah,
so
she was smoking.
MJ,
She was.
For like 30 years, I felt Dick Van Dyke had the most inappropriate name in the history of actors. I mean, that is so unwoke.
You got Dick and Dyke in the same.
How does he not get canceled? Even in 1950s. How do you not say, hey, listen, Richard, let's come up with another name. Maybe we shouldn't go with Dick Van Dyke. Maybe we should go with, anything else.
Because back then it wasn't a thing. That's
always been a thing.
No, it
Why
has.
do you think his brother's Jerry?
It is not.
And by the way, is Jerry alive?
So happy birthday, Dick Van Dyke. So he's what?
He's
90?
97 today.
Wow, that's unbelievable. Isn't he married to some hot 40-year-old or something?
See.
Yeah, and he could still dance. Unbelievably.
Is Milton Berle still alive?
No.
How about George Burns?
Yeah, his wife looks significantly younger than him.
Yeah,
she's 50. She just turned 50.
Yeah, she's very attractive. All right, speaking of television, Did you see what ABC has canceled? Ladies and gentlemen.
They canceled the Dick Van Dyke Show?
No. ABC has canceled the airing of a Backstreet Boys Christmas special because of the allegations. Are you guys even aware of the allegations?
I am.
Roxanne, do you know what happened? You don't know?
No,
Really?
I'm in the dark about this.
What kind of prep do you do at night?
More than these two.
Yeah, well,
excuse me, but I know the story.
Froggy knows the story. So you're going to poo-poo on Froggy now?
I mean
Roxanne,
tell us the whole story.
Yeah, then why don't you tell us the whole story, Froggy?
Hold on a minute. Roxanne,
Mister, I get my news here.
Roxanne, you don't know about the Backstreet Boys story.
No,
Right.
I don't.
Fester.
Yes.
Do you know about the Backstreet Boys story?
I saw that the Backstreet Boys were in New York at a concert and they got a huge applause. And it said, in spite of, and I didn't go into it. I mean, I don't think of Backstreet Boys as something, what did they do?
Well, the deal is that, first of all, Froggy's wife, Kim, is a
New Kids.
A rabid. Oh, what is it?
Not Backstreet.
Oh, I thought she was Backstreet.
No, she went on the New Kids
Oh,
cruise.
she's New Kids on the block. I'm sorry.
We could do without the Backstreet
All
Boys.
right, so Froggy, explain what's going on with the Backstreet Boys. See if you know.
Well, supposedly a woman came out and accused Nick Carter of raping her in 2001 on his tour bus, and supposedly he brought her on the bus and gave her a drink that he called groupie juice. And she drank it.
But what's the twist here? There's a twist to the story. Obviously, if any allegation of
she's a handicapped woman. Is that what you're talking about?
Cerebral palsy?
No, guys, just stop. Let me.
You asked me a question.
You do it, MJ. I mean, you ask Froggy, it's going to go, who knows where it's going to go.
Apparently, she's autistic.
Okay.
I said that.
No, you didn't. You said other things, but not that.
You did not say autistic. Nick Carter is denying the bombshell claims. This came out last week that he allegedly raped a fan when she was underage back in 2001. The claim about an incident that supposedly took place more than 20 years ago is not only legally meritless, but entirely untrue, according to Michael Holtz, the attorney for Nick Carter. Unfortunately, for several years now, Miss Ruth has been manipulated into making false allegations about Nick, and those allegations have changed repeatedly and materially over time. No one should be fooled by a press stunt orchestrated by an opportunistic lawyer. There is nothing to this claim whatsoever, which we have no doubt the courts will quickly realize. Shannon Shea Ruth held a presser last Thursday in which she slammed Nick Carter, 42, for allegedly sexually assaulting her when she was just 17 years old. And actually, she's autistic with cerebral palsy.
Okay.
So I guess you were correct, Fester. Even though I'm autistic and live with cerebral palsy, I believe that nothing has affected me more and had a more lasting impact on my life than what Nick Carter did to me and said to me. After he did his thing, I remember him calling me a retarded bitch.
Oh, my God.
Is this real?
Isn't that the same year we did the Bucks versus the Boys basketball game?
All right,
We
now,
played basketball with the Backstreet Boys.
Now, folks,
same time.
That's what she said at the press conference. So, don't shoot the messenger here. That's what she claims Nick Carter said. And listen, I don't even know what to say about this, but the Backstreet Boys had a Christmas special that was set to air on ABC, and that's been canceled now. I mean, do you think Nick Carter would Nick Carter have put himself in this position with a young woman who was afflicted with these issues and
how old was he back then?
You can do the math.
He's 39 now, or is she
he's
39?
No, he's 42 now.
Okay, she's 39.
So
he was like 20.
So just take 20. So he was 22.
Wait, let me do the math.
This is 2022.
Yeah,
so it happened in 2001?
Yeah, so he would have been 20 or 21.
Boy,
or
we are really bad at simple math.
No, I just did the math for you.
It
He
took
would have
a
been
long
he would-
time.
No, I said that initially. He would have been-
Because you're all talking at the same time, so that's why it's taking long when people are shouting out numbers. Okay, I have something very important to say.
Yeah.
One of the
Please.
texters, this may or may not be true.
Yeah.
Oh, God. So maybe it's not important?
But they said that Aaron, I shouldn't laugh before I say this, Aaron Carter accused Nick of being a rapist before his death.
Yeah, he used to always.
Really? Is that true?
Aaron Carter used to always spout about that. He was not. He would go on Instagram and talk about that all the time.
That particular incident.
He'd talk about his brother being accused of that.
In several,
multiple times.
So he was accused prior to this.
Yeah.
Yes. So in several tweets, Aaron called Nick or labeled Nick a serial rapist, compared him to Jeffrey Epstein.
All right, so you're reading from what?
Fox News article?
This is Fox News Entertainment. So Aaron Carter, before he offed himself, made allegations about his brother?
He didn't off himself.
He died in a tub, so I think, right?
Well, or whatever
He
happened.
took the Whitney.
Whatever happened.
All right, so so Aaron said in a podcast that he tried to stand up for Nick's rape victims. In the Fox News story, it says that Nick has been previously accused of assaulting Melissa Schumann.
I follow that
musician.
girl on Instagram because she used to be in that band Dream, I think, and
Okay.
she accuses him as well.
Yeah, so I mean, several people have lodged allegations now between Melissa Schumann and this latest person.
Come on, spit it out. You can do it.
I mean, it's a person. I don't know.
Maybe stop with the donuts.
Hey, all right, moving along. Exactly. Moving along. I've had many people ask me about this. In the last month, I've had some friends, neighbors. I don't hear it. Have you guys heard about this purported South Tampa bassy noise that's happening?
I've heard about this. I have not heard the noise.
Bassy.
But there's the
Yeah.
rumor circulating.
In South Tampa, people are hearing it allegedly. It's a vibrating, bassy sound.
I love it up in Lutz, man. You guys, you have all the bass you want down there. And
I don't want to say on air what I think it is, but I'm going to write it down and tell you.
say it on the air.
Well, hold on.
No.
Why won't you?
As soon as you write it down, I'm going to say it.
Security purposes.
The phone, you just heard Andrew had his microphone on in the producer booth, so phones
You
are
say it.
ringing. Yes, Andrew.
I did hear something. I don't live anywhere near South Tampa, but I
You
heard,
live in Carrollwood, right?
Yes. I heard what sounded like a deep drone sound when I walked out of my house this morning.
Can you make the sound with your mouth? Let me hear it.
I can't recreate
Dude,
it.
is
It
it
was
like-
just a very deep sound.
How about like this?
And I'd never heard it before.
How about like this?
All right, so Roxanne just wrote down her top secret guess.
Why wouldn't you say that on the air?
MJ, would you care to guess what word she wrote down that she thinks is so secret that she can't associate herself with saying it because of security?
All right, hold on to that thought.
Oh
Just
my gosh, I could only guess.
It's ridiculous.
Hang on to that thought. First of all, Roxanne, you have some of the weirdest hang-ups, and some of the things.
No, or am I a good secret keeper? How about that? Do I have weird hangups, or am I someone who can be trusted?
I gotta say it. She wrote down McDill. She wrote down the large Air Force Base installation that encompasses
on the South Tampa Peninsula.
the entire southern part of
On
the peninsula.
the tip.
That CENTCOM is located. This isn't a secret, Roxanne. Everybody knows there's an Air Force base in Tampa.
All right, here's the deal.
Everybody knows.
And folks, if you've experienced, let's go to phones on this.
Everybody.
Now they're coming after you for letting the secret out.
All right, Roxanne. Yeah, Fester's going to be kidnapped by like government guys in old Ford LTDs and sunglasses. All right, hold on. Let's go to phones on this. Has anyone listening, have you experienced this South Tampa bassy noise in the last couple of months? 800-990-1047. Have you heard this? 800-990-1047. 800-990-1047. Have you heard this so-called bassy, vibrating hum noise in South Tampa? 800-990-1047. So the story is social media is ridiculously active, and people are saying that there is a deep, bassy noise that can be even felt, like in your core. So felt, people are hearing this, and apparently it happens on Saturday nights in the early hours of Saturday night.
Well, I would just say that would be people coming home from like Ybor with their bass on their car.
So it's Saturday nights, and then it carries. So Saturday night, what, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, midnight into Sunday morning. So apparently it's Saturday night, late Saturday night into the early morning hours of Sunday, this bassy noise. If you have heard it, or if you have any thoughts, any comment on this mystery noise, 800-990-1047. That's how you get it. We'll grab some calls here. 800-990-1047. Fox 13 did a story. Abby Reynolds, a resident, says a deep vibrating bass sound. You can feel it when your head's down on the pillow. People are reporting the low vibration from the top of the peninsula to the bottom and clear to Davis Island. So far, no one knows the source, not even police. It seems like everyone has kind of the same experience where it's this eerie, am I really hearing that? It's weird, said Zach Reynolds, a Tampa resident as well. I guess Zach Reynolds must be all hooked up with Abby Reynolds on... Maybe they're just having fun in the bedroom that night. On several Saturday nights for months, neighbors have raised complaints about the baffling, unidentifiable sound that goes on for hours. There is no real rhythmic music sound. There has never been vocals. People posted on social media saying, my windows are literally rattling, and it reverberates from neighboring tall houses like an echo chamber. We have complaints over in Davis Islands, Harbor Island, Bayside, Bayshore, South of Gandy, Virginia Park. The Tampa police took several noise complaints last weekend, but despite their best efforts, they've yet to locate the source. MacDill Air Force Base confirmed that there are no current exercises happening, and even when they do, they usually take place on weekdays during duty hours. All right, so Roxanne, why wouldn't you? Oh, look at the phones on this.
Well, let me tell you.
This is a mystery sound.
Yeah, this is a mystery sound, Fester. This is what. Well, okay, so let me tell you.
Why wouldn't you say MacDill on the air? Why would you? Oh, I gotta write this down. I can't. What's the matter?
She's very protective of our national secrets.
Yes. There are certain people I protect.
Yeah, and President Biden apparently is one of them.
All right, let's go to phones. Phones are all jammed up here.
Let me tell you, the texters agree with my MacDill theory, by the way, even though MacDill's denied it. The F-22 Raptor has a very deep throttle note to it, noise to it. Possibly there's one there.
Maybe they're launching a plane, or maybe they're doing an experiment on the base. Big deal. That's what you get living near a base.
All right, let's go to phones on this. And folks are calling in droves. Bobby's in Sarasota. Oh, wait a minute. He says that he heard it. Hold on. Bobby in Sarasota. Bobby, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Yeah, I'm driving a truck in Sarasota, heavy equipment, but we live in Bartow. And Sunday.
Hold on. Hold on. You're in Sarasota now, but you live in Bartow, and you heard this in Bartow on Sunday?
Yeah, I had to convince the whole family to step outside to hear the same thing, and then finally.
So what I'm describing, you heard in Bartow. And when was this? Saturday night, Sunday morning?
Sunday, like before the Bucks game or whatever.
Well,
in the daytime.
Wow.
Weird.
Well, the Bucks played what time? 4:25 was kickoff on Sunday.
Yeah, out in California.
All right. Hey, thank you, Bobby. Appreciate it. All right, Don's in Tampa. Hey, Don, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Yeah, I live south of Gandy Boulevard. I've been hearing that sound. It's like that boom boom music they play in their cars sometimes all around, but it's not cars moving around. It's coming from some fixed area. I'm not too far from Ballast Point Park, and it seems to be originating from that direction.
You said boom, boom, boom. Is it like boom, boom, boom? Let me hear you say way. That kind of boom?
No words.
Whoa, I think she just wanted to censor.
All right, but wait a minute. But Don, hold on a minute. Don, are you hearing it again? It's late Saturday night into Sunday morning, early hours?
late Saturday night. Usually starts around 9 o'clock at night and all the way till about 2, 3 o'clock Sunday morning.
And with your mouth, can you try to simulate or imitate into your phone? Try to do the best you can to imitate the noise.
Just sort of like boom, boom, boom,
man.
boom, 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 boom. Just like that bass music.
How long has it been going on, Don?
Oh, I've been hearing it now for more than a month.
Well, that's the deal. It's the last couple of months. You're describing the time frame. You're in South Tampa. You're south of Gandy, so you're a SOG. That's south of Gandy, and again, it fits that time frame of, you say, about a month. And is it continuous, or does it like come and go?
It is continuous.
Maybe the 69 boys are rehearsing.
The sounds like the volume goes down just a little bit, and then it picks up more boom, boom, and a little bit louder.
Wow. All right. Hey, Don, thanks for the call. I appreciate it.
My friend Bill has the most likely answer. He said it's all about that bass, no treble. It's probably Meghan Trainor.
It's all about the bass, no treble.
You remember
all about the bass.
War of the Worlds, where the aliens were underground and they were making noises because they were preparing to take over the world?
Oh, yeah.
That's my guess. Tom Cruise was like, "What's going on?" And then he got.
Was that the one where the spaceships were buried under the ground for like centuries, right? That was War of the Worlds.
War of the Worlds,
yeah.
A classic.
Wow. All right. Look at the phones here. Jeff is in Lutz. Hold on a minute. Let me go to Eric first. Eric is in Spring Hill. Hey, Eric, you're on the MJ Morning Show.
Hey, how's it going, MJ? What's up, guys?
Hi.
What's up?
Hey, yeah, I live down here in Spring Hill, man, and I've been hearing that noise way longer than just a couple months. And it's weird because not everybody can hear it. But it's a very low. You almost made the sound just a little while ago, like a woo, woo, woo. And it's really, really low. And you could feel it. Like you say, you can almost feel it in your core. I always thought it was like the Wi-Fi or the 5G stuff. But
wow.
I don't know. Who knows? Who knows what it is? Maybe they're drilling. Maybe Elon Musk's on his way.
Elon Musk is tunneling.
Eric, if you hear it in Spring Hill, it's a sinkhole, man.
Yeah, get the hell out of the house.
Are you still
Eric, thanks. Jeff is in Lutz. Hello, Jeff. You're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Hey, yeah, I heard it Saturday night, late Saturday night. We came back from shopping. It was around maybe 11:30, 12. And we were making a joke because we were complaining about just life and things like that. And I said, well, geez, now we're going to deal with aliens, because it sounded like the sound was coming in the air, and it sounded like movement.
All right, now you do the noise. Tell me what it sounded like to you.
Yeah, it was a hum, and then it sounded like it faded, and then it came back.
Yeah, but do the noise with your mouth. Do the noise into the phone.
All right, it was like, and then it was gone.
Have you thought about
it coming from the air, not the ground, though?
Wow, thank you.
Maybe
All right.
starting the bridge construction overnight or something.
Sir, I need you to call the police and submit that to evidence. That was very good.
It was.
Yes.
All right, last call on this. Jen in Trinity. Hi, Jen. MJ Morning Show. You're up.
Hi. I live in Trinity, Odessa area, and Saturday late, like around midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning, I heard it and I felt it. I felt like a humming. It was like a humming noise coming from outside. I thought somebody was flying like their drone or something late night. You know how kids are, teenagers. Or a plane. And I got up. The dogs were barking. And I heard like it was like a humming noise. And it went high and low, high and low.
Wow.
And it sounded like it was moving. And it kind of scared me because you could feel the vibration. It's so weird.
Well, listen, thank you, Jen. Appreciate the call. Man, we're getting a ton of calls on this thing, and phones are still ringing.
And text, geez.
Yeah, and but listen, this weird noise, primarily South Tampa, Saturday night into Sunday morning. All right, we'll monitor the situation. All right, this comes to an end, ladies and gentlemen. The long chunk of the MJ Morning Show, but hang on, quick break, and then we got another long chunk next. And Roxanne, do you have this Hangxiety?
Not anymore, but I used to have it really bad all the time.
All right, folks, do you know what hangxiety is? Also, this loony that writes for Grey's Anatomy, this is the nuttiest damn story. I didn't even know that Grey's Anatomy was still on the air until 3 weeks ago. All right, hold on. A lot of stuff coming up next on the MJ Morning Show here on Q105. Don't move. MJ Morning Show Q105. 8:55, MJ and the crew here. So, Roxanne, you had hangxiety. It's Hangxiety. And it's from drinking. People get hangxiety. So is that like hangover anxiety, right?
This is what it is. I'll tell you exactly what it is. And I'm glad that this word came about because I could have used it 10 years ago. But it's, right?
Oh, just 10
10
years ago?
Well, no, I did have a little of it after our meat market. I'll tell you about that in a second.
Okay.
But hangxiety.
Yeah, you were sloshed at our morning show party last weekend.
Hangxiety is just when you have, you wake up the next morning and the details are a little murky from how much you drank.
Like what you did?
What you did, what you said. What how did you say goodbye to people? You can't even remember.
Keep your clothes on?
Yeah, well, yeah. And then so you feel sheepish, and so you feel hungover and tired and icky, but then you also feel like sheepish and awkward and weird, like you're trying to piece it all together. So hangxiety is for real. I know exactly what they mean when they say that. I don't really experience it much anymore because I really am like a 1 to 2 glass of red wine kind of person now, but I did have hangxiety when I woke up after our meat market dinner.
Yeah, she didn't remember the gift exchange, remember?
I didn't remember.
But
no.
You have...
I mean, I remember when someone told me, but...
But you have anxiety sometimes. I mean, you have...
Yeah, I've gotten better.
All right, now...
You met me right after I had my... You met me when Daviana was not even a year old, and my anxiety is through the roof when I'm in my post-baby having period. So what is that called? Postpartum. Yeah, postpartum.
But you don't have depression. You just have
I don't
anxiety.
have depression. I just have anxiety.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right, now
anxiety is fear of the future.
Have you ever gone to a therapist?
More for like not for treatment of Roxanne, let's help you deal with your anxiety. More for things I went to a therapist when I got divorced.
Like you and Doug.
And Doug. Take some happy pills.
And the hangxiety has only hit you recently once in the last couple of weeks because of our party?
Enough. I don't drink enough to not remember things. That's where the anxiety comes from. Is the what did I say? What did I do?
Yeah, do I recall everything that I did?
Yes. And I asked Doug the next morning. I'm like, I don't remember this or that. And he go, I go, did I do anything wrong? And he goes, no. He goes, no one would have been able to tell that you were drunk. Just I could, but you just weren't paying. You were in your own land. You weren't paying attention to anybody. And then when I was in the street, we were saying our goodbyes. I took my nipple covers off.
Whoa!
And he was like,
what?
Yeah. And
Nipple,
he was like,
what?
time to go.
Hold on. Whoa.
Yes.
You did what?
You know those things that you wear to cut.
The cutlets?
Yeah, not cutlets. No, cutlets are like a pull you up.
At our morning show dinner at Meat Market,
Yeah.
you had nipple covers on? Now,
yes, of course. I wouldn't. Yes.
But doesn't a bra do that?
I couldn't wear a bra because my dress had those cutouts.
Dude, I had the same thing. I mean, I took my nipple covers off right after I left. I'm like, I can't wait to get out of this place.
Yeah, no,
say
it's
goodbye
just
to these people I work with and rip these nipple
It
covers.
was a
covers
discomfort
off.
thing. It was a discomfort thing.
Don't you use fruit roll-ups to pin them down?
I used to, but now I use the Trader Joe bars.
Your nipple covers. Do they stick on?
They were sticky. They just attach onto. So basically, if you're wearing a sheer type of dress, then people can't see through it and see,
Where do you buy nipple covers?
You can see the tassels hanging off of them,
can you go to Target and buy nipple covers?
I buy mine off Amazon.
Yeah, like a makeup shop.
You buy yours at Tractor Supply.
I buy mine online. Yeah, that's a good place to get them.
It's where Fester gets
his. I buy mine at Bass Pro Shop.
Well, thank you. It's stuff that I didn't know, and Roxanne just offers these crazy things from time to time.
Okay, so here at Walmart, you can buy these Hollywood brand fashion secret nipple covers for $13.
Yeah, all right. So
who knew?
You're out, you're drinking, you're carefree, you're relaxed, and then the next morning you have a physical hangover, but then you also have a mental hangover, heart races, palms sweat, thought looping anxiety. You may not know it, but you're dealing with something that many have come to refer to as hangxiety, and it's a term to describe feeling intensely anxious in the settling or the setting of nursing the hangover.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess it's about what might have happened last night.
Yes, that describes it really
All right.
well.
All right, Hangxiety, folks.
Wow.
If you haven't known there was a name for whatever you felt or whatever you think you go through, if you go drinking, that's what it's called. It's called Hangxiety.
Dude, how many people are going to have anxiety that we work with after the big Beasley Christmas bash on Friday night?
You know, I don't know if I'm going to that.
I got to babysit.
You know, it's Friday night. We're leaving the next morning very, very early. And that's going to be like last minute packing stuff, you know, and
You got to make an appearance. You got to show face.
so we're going to Canada.
And don't walk in with a bag of McDonald's like you used to back in the day.
You know what the cool thing about Canada is? Everything's like 25% off up there because the U.S. dollar is like clobbering the Canadian dollar.
That was not my guess.
what
I was
was
going to say something like, all the herb up there. Froggy, isn't like Canada like all potted out?
I think you can get them at like 7-Eleven.
Yeah.
I think Froggy does just fine right here in Tampa Bay.
He manages.
Don't talk about my medical issue.
Yeah, all right, whatever. Now, this is creepy. Did you see the Grey's Anatomy writer? The TV show Grey's Anatomy has revealed that she totally lied about having cancer and a dead brother. This is a writer for a medical show, Grey's Anatomy, which, remember my revelation a couple of weeks back, I had no clue that Grey's Anatomy was still on the air.
I got to admit, I don't watch much network TV anymore, so I miss a lot of commercials. And there was like, and on an all-new Grey's Anatomy, I'm like, get out of here.
Yeah.
That's
This
insane.
is 2023.
Is McDreamy still on it?
McDreamy, I think he died
dead.
15 years ago.
He's McDaddy.
In real life or on the show?
Both.
You want to hear something creepy?
No, he's alive.
Elizabeth Finch.
Thank you.
Elizabeth Finch is a screenwriter for the ABC drama Grey's Anatomy, and she's admitted, she's confessed to this elaborate scam, this hoax. She said now in an interview, I never had any form of cancer. I told a lie when I was 34. It was the biggest mistake of my life. It just got bigger and bigger and bigger and got buried deeper and deeper inside of me. Who makes up a story that you had cancer if you didn't have cancer? What kind of a mental problem do you have?
I mean, you
Like Munchausen,
you
right?
can't take time off of work. Yeah.
She was put on a leave of absence earlier this year after allegations swirled that she concocted her supposedly debilitating health crisis for attention and was placed under investigation following the explosive news, according to New York Post here. Several storylines for Grey's, from which she later departed of her own accord, were based on her supposed life experiences, which she now confessed were entirely fabricated. What I did was wrong, not okay. I effed up. All right, now the question is, did she, for her writing, did she invent her whole cancer thing to come up with like this believable backstory for how she was coming up with this material for Grey's Anatomy?
That makes perfect sense.
Is it like the Million Little Pieces guy? Is this that bad?
Remember him, the guy who went on Oprah and said he had that. Yeah, he wrote that book and he said it was all nonfiction, but it was fiction.
Oh yeah, the guy made all that crap up. That thing shattered to a million little pieces.
That's what this reminds me of.
Yeah, she began writing for Grey's Anatomy in 2015. She said what started as an honest knee injury in 2007 quickly unfurled into a complex monstrosity of falsehoods, including her having cancer. And then what's the story with her brother? And then she also placed blame on childhood abuse that she suffered at the hands of her brother, Eric.
So that was false, too?
Apparently that was false as well.
Eric's like, come on, what are you doing?
What kind of sicko is this?
And she's in charge of writing a show for entertainment purposes?
I mean, she sounds like she has a pretty inventive imagination.
Yeah, right.
I mean, she's a nut in most capacities, but she can write a good script.
One of our texters said his ex-wife was bipolar. She did the same thing.
Oh, no.
Made up having cancer.
Really?
And she even went to a cancer survivor camp.
Oh, my God.
Okay, this is a thing now.
That is sick and twisted.
That is commitment.
Have you heard Elon Musk getting booed on stage at the Dave Chappelle Comedy Act?
It wasn't booze. They were saying shoo to David because they wanted me.
Hey, Fessa, look this up. Where the hell was
It
this?
was in San Francisco.
Was it?
Yeah, it was San Francisco. So he's right in Silicon Valley, right in the tech hub of the country, where they hate Elon right now for what he's doing to Twitter.
Is Elon Musk so narcissistic he thinks he can show up at a Dave Chappelle comedy show and that the audience is going to love him?
Of course.
I don't know that he expected everybody to boo.
Tell you what, a Dave Chappelle comedy show in the San Francisco area, I'm guessing there are probably a lot of Teslas in the parking lot.
Yeah, they buy his car, but they boo his Twitter.
You know, there's a movement, though. There are people, there's an undercurrent, and there's a concern that a lot of the Tesla fans are becoming un-Tesla fans now because of Elon Musk, his behavior, some of his erratic stuff. Yeah, listen, the stock is less than half of where it was.
Yeah, stock's taking a hit.
Yeah, I think, he should focus on his car company. He should have never messed with this Twitter garbage. I understand, apparently within a couple of months, my blue check mark is going to be taken away.
That's right. Your blue check mark is gone.
You know what?
Call you personally?
I'm going to tell you right now, when my blue check mark goes away, I'm going to disable my Twitter. I'm going to walk away. I don't need to be on Twitter.
Oh, no.
We want to get rid of the lightweights anyway.
Hey, let me see if I hit 11,000 this morning on Instagram.
MJ, listen.
11,000 is poo-poo numbers. My little cousin is a little baby doodles himself. He gets numbers like this.
No, I'm not quite there. I can't see on the app, but I'm only a few away from 11,000. All right, so folks, come on, get me to 11,000 on my damn Instagram. I'm almost at 11,000 followers. Follow me right now, Certified MJ Radio. That's Certified MJ Radio. Follow me, look at my content. If it sucks, then unfollow me. How about that for a deal? All right, I'm almost there. If you're on Instagram, if you have the app, go to your Instagram app, do a search for Certified MJ Radio, and give me a follow now so I can get to freaking 11,000. And I'll refresh in a couple of minutes and see if I made it. All right, so Dave Chappelle is doing a stand-up show in San Francisco. Elon Musk walks out on stage?
I mean, he is probably one of the biggest names in the country. If he's at your show just to acknowledge him, I can understand wanting to do that.
He's unrelentlessly booed. Here, listen.
Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise for the richest man in the world.
There's a good amount of booze in there.
So
it's kind of a mix of cheers and booze, but there's a lot. Yeah, there's a lot of booze in there. And then Chappelle comes back and says,
cheers and booze, I see. Elon. Hey, Dave.
Oh, there louder booze.
Weren't expecting this, were you? It sounds like some of them people you fired are in the audience.
He's right.
It sounds like some of the people you fired are in the audience.
Very funny. Now, give me the microphone. I have a joke to tell.
Okay, go ahead, Elon.
What's black and the white and the black and the white and the black and the white and the black and the white?
At a Dave Chappelle show, you want to go with that joke?
You're stupid. It's an animal. Take a guess.
What is it?
A penguin rolling down a hill. I've told you before. That's how Elon laughs. I'm a very controversial figure, as you can see.
Yeah, you're going right into the race jokes.
It wasn't about the race. It's about the penguins.
Oh, great. Now you're into penguins? Freak.
They're so cute.
What is Elon Musk thinking? Walking up on a... Why would Dave Chappelle bring Elon Musk out on stage? What relevance does that have to Dave Chappelle's comedy show?
So was he at his show and just he was going to Dave's show and Dave said, okay, come out on stage? He's kind of a big relevant person.
Every stage Elon's ever walked out on, for the most part, has been a friendly audience. A shareholders meeting, a corporate meeting, he goes to SNL. Everybody's friendly. He walks out. He's only been cheered. Now he's getting into Twitter. He's starting to piss people off. He's taking political stands. He's not suddenly the zany creator of all this amazing stuff. He's a political figure now.
Oh, what do you know, you enormous man? You look like you're turning into a blueberry like Willy Wonka.
I mean, you go to a Dave Chappelle. You go to a Dave Chappelle comedy act. I mean, who expects Elon Musk to be brought out on stage?
Yeah, if you're going to guess, if he said, I'm going to bring out a big celebrity, it wouldn't be. Like last time it was Kevin Hart and what's the other guy?
Oh, I don't know, Froggy, tell us.
I can't remember, but it was Kevin Hart, him, and then another legend.
Well, I think Eddie Murphy on SNL, he was with him.
Yeah. I mean, he brings up people like Chris Rock.
Yeah.
Did you see
Carrot Top?
You see this woman who shot a video and there were like millions of views online, and she's like, hey, here's my grocery hack to save money at the grocery store. You see what this lady did? What? This lady grabbed broccoli. So she grabbed a head of broccoli. And some stores, the broccoli price is fixed.
Yes.
A head of broccoli is at $2.99 or whatever.
For the head.
But no, for the whole thing.
Right, with the whole head. Right.
The whole thing.
It's not by weight, it's by head.
It's the whole head of broccoli, yes. Some stores
flowers like that too.
Right. But wait a minute. Some stores charge by the pound. Some stores will have a fixed price on the entire package of broccoli or the stalk, which a lot of times it's wrapped, sometimes it's not wrapped. And other stores will sell the broccoli X amount per pound. So this lady apparently shops at a grocery store where in the produce department, the broccoli is sold by the pound. And to save money, she brings her own knife.
Chops the stalk?
Yes, she brings her own knife to the grocery store and cuts off the entire that thick tree trunk like stalk, which you don't eat.
That's a third of the weight right there.
You know what they do though? That whole racket. When you buy broccoli slaw, those are the growers. They when they sell just the crowns, they save the stalks and then they turn that into broccoli slaw.
I mean, it's edible.
Of course it's edible.
But it's not broccoli.
So the lady says,
florets.
The lady says, I'm only eating the crown of this thing. I'm eating maybe a little bit of the stalk. When it comes off of the main tree trunk stalk, then you have like the little branches that go up to the broccoli florets. So she's in the supermarket with a knife. She brings her own knife in her purse. Yeah, don't go to the airport with that thing. Right. And, she's in the produce section chopping off these big, thick stalks of the broccoli to lessen the weight when she goes to check out because that store sells the broccoli by the pound. And she just leaves the broccoli, the big chunk, she just discards it right there in the display area.
She and I would be a great team because I like the stalk. I don't like the floret part of it. I think the stalk is the better tasting part.
Wow. Wait, hold on a sec.
You're a stalker. Huh?
You have you have the stalk just below the floret, but then those stalks go to the main trunk.
Yeah, okay. It's called the broccoli shaft.
Yeah, I eat the broccoli shaft.
Right.
I like the floret and I like the broccoli shaft, but not typically the main trunk. That thick, rough, usually dirty kind of,
well, I won't eat the dirty trunk.
Scuffed part. Well, that's what we're talking about.
That's the part he wants, the dirty trunk. The dirty trunk shaft part that MJ loves to eat.
MJ, what part do you like to eat?
So wait a minute. You'll put the shaft in your mouth, but you won't.
No, I like the stalks.
You won't put the trunk in your mouth.
No, she'll put a clean shaft in her mouth because it's all dirty. You really have to scrub it good.
So wait a second.
If I scrub it and clean it first and maybe shave off some of the dirt, then I'll eat that part of the shaft.
But you're somewhat averse to the
I don't
floret?
particularly like the floret. Like
really?
if my sister and I used to do it when we were kids. My mom gives us broccoli. She gets the floret. I get the stalks.
I gotta say, from personal experience and legend, you really want to be careful with the shaving. You really just want to be careful with the shaving.
All right, so if you have a store that sells broccoli by the pound, just bring your own hacksaw.
I don't think I go to a store that sells broccoli by the pound.
I got to be honest. I need to get a message to this lady because she can do it a lot quicker with a hacksaw. You just put it on the edge of like the the rack or the bin where they have the just stick it and just go and just saw that that stalk right off.
No, those branch cutters with the curved hook at the end.
Bolt cutters or
like that. The ones that are meant for gardening though.
Shears.
Yes.
Big huge gardening shears.
Oh, yes. So I knew a guy that was in a petty fight with a supermarket because they had a 5-day guarantee on their floral arrangements.
Yeah.
And he would bring them back on the 5th day dead. Right?
Right.
Nobody brings back dead flowers. This guy repeatedly brought them back. And the manager gave him a very terse talking to one time about returning it because he did it like 100 times. So then he started buying bananas and he would use all the bananas in his baking and his eating and he would return the peels. And this store had an open policy on returning stuff, and they credited him back the peels, and he made that.
Are you serious?
It was a very, very petty fight that my friend brought the peels back to.
I tell you what I do, and
what do you do?
Stop. Now, Chloe's home, and last night I made her one of the favorite dishes that I do make. I only have a few things in the repertoire, but I do make a pan-seared salmon over Japanese sticky rice, typically a koshi hikari, and I get bok choy. I buy either the big bok choy or I buy the baby bok choy. It depends on what the store has. For some reason, Publix does not sell baby bok choy.
I have to go to the Asian market to buy bok choy.
Now, hold on a minute. Now, hang on. Now, I would like to deliver a message to whoever the Publix produce buyer or vice president is. Why at Publix don't you have baby bok choy? Why do I have to go to Sprouts or Fresh Market?
You sound like a baby whining about that.
Wow.
Yeah. It does.
So I'm a baby bok choy whiner?
Yes.
Publix does not have baby bok choy. They'll have the large bok choys. And listen, they're both good. But what I do is, for instance, I went to Fresh Market and I got the baby bok choy because I do the baby bok choy in an oyster sauce with garlic and ginger and some sesame oil. And I wok that up. And then I put that on top of the rice with the chunk of salmon. But with the produce shopping I do with the bok choy, that's by weight. And if the outside stalks on the baby bok choy, if they're all bruised and nasty and brown and smashed, I'll peel those off and I'll leave them right in the produce section. I'm not going to buy damaged produce. And you pull one of the outer layers off, and typically what's below is just fine. So is that much different than the lady?
Not really. I mean, you're paying for it by weight.
Yeah, but she is getting rid of the weight for an item she's not eating. I'm getting rid of just the defective
item you're not eating.
But I'm not going to eat damaged, the nasty, ripped, broken, browned, smushed.
She doesn't eat the shaft of the broccoli. You don't eat the damaged.
Is this like
brown
cutting
leaves.
the stem off of a little strawberry? You don't eat that?
This is like cutting the core out of a head of lettuce.
I'm getting rid of it's like, haven't you seen the guys work in the produce section where they're cleaning things up and they're pulling some of the brown lettuce on the outsides off or the Napa cabbage? They're cleaning up the produce to make it look good. So I do that myself. Why would I want to pay for the weight of pieces of the bok choy that I'm not going to eat? So,
God, you're so cheap.
I'm not cheap.
There's some things you are. It's weird.
It is weird.
Anyway, I mentioned the Winklevoss twins earlier today.
Yes.
Now, we had breaking news last night. The news broke that FTX crypto weirdo, what's his name?
Sam
Bankman-Fried. SBF. So he was arrested. SBF was arrested. The FTX accused fraudster. Bahamian officials took him into custody last night. The U.S. government, the Department of Justice, apparently asked the Bahamians to arrest him because their charges came out of the Southern District in New York, the U.S. Attorney's Office. He's in trouble. So the multi-billion-dollar fraud with SBF. But what did I mention earlier this morning that I said we'd get to later on?
The Winklevoss.
The Winklevoss twins. Those are the two guys that look like Ken dolls, and they're the ones that claim that Mark Zuckerberg from Facebook ripped them off, that it was their idea for the social network at, what was it, Harvard?
Yes.
Was it Harvard?
Yeah, it was Harvard.
Yeah. So the Winklevoss twins, they claim that they came up with Facebook and that you had Mark Zuckerberg screwed them out of the whole deal. And they're now involved. This is crazy. The Winklevoss twins, they have like nearly $1 billion disaster on their hands, a $900 million problem. On November 16th, the company announced that amid the fallout from the crypto exchange FTX, that their leading partners, that they had to pause withdrawals. And anyway, the Winklevoss twins they're users of Gemini, the cryptocurrency exchange, because they founded it. So this Gemini was founded by Cameron and Tyler Winklevoss, but apparently they're all whipped up into this frenzy with this whole FTX collapse. So Genesis, this Gemini, which I guess Genesis owed Gemini's clients a staggering $900 million, and the Winklevoss twins are now
they're owed that money.
Well, no, apparently
they're out.
They're out that money.
God, these guys are constantly getting screwed.
My God.
Great businessmen, but bad luck.
Users of Gemini, the cryptocurrency exchange founded by identical twins Cameron and Tyler Winklevoss, could hand over their digital assets to a product called Earn. The assets would then be loaded or loaned out, generating returns as high as 7.4%. Gemini promised them. Anyway, so now they're all mixed up with this whole FTX collapse. They became billionaires. Will they not be billionaires anymore? I mean, who the hell knows?
Yes, they will only be 100 millionaires. Let me cry them a river.
Well, listen, I don't even know if that's the case, but these guys certainly get into some crap, don't they?
My goodness.
Yeah. Tell you what, man, they know how to make and lose a lot of money. I tell you.
And then, Mr. Wonderful from Shark Tank.
Yeah, Kevin O'Leary.
Yeah, he's out like $15 million. You know what? Hold on.
That's retribution for hitting somebody with a boat.
Well, that was his wife, allegedly. Killed a lady on a lake in Canada. Hold on. So Kevin O'Leary from Shark Tank, he's all screwed out of FTX coin. And then the whole NFT thing, the non-fungible tokens, that's a racket. The crypto racket, the NFT racket. You see the list of celebrities getting sued for NFT BS now?
Oh, yeah, there's a big list. Madonna's on that list.
Hold on. Big names are getting sued. So we'll get to that next. Final chunk of the MJ Morning Show is next, and a lot of ground to cover in just a minute. Oh, and Andrew's reminding me we got to give away Trans-Siberian Orchestra tickets right now at 9:22, rolling up on 9:23. Now, it is a 4-pack of fourth row tickets now. Yesterday we gave away fifth row, today fourth, tomorrow third, then second, and then on Friday giving away front row seats to Trans-Siberian Orchestra, which is going to be this Sunday at Amalie Arena. So this Sunday, Amalie, Trans-Siberian Orchestra, these guys are great. Everybody raves about these concerts. So let's go with caller 30 right now, 800-990-1047, 800-990-1047, caller 30 right now, and you've got fourth row seats and a 4-pack, 4 seats, fourth row for Trans-Siberian Orchestra for this Sunday at Amalie Arena. So good luck from the MJ Morning Show. Steve and Elizabeth Holland would love to talk to you right. MJ Morning Show, Q105, final chunk of the MJ Morning Show here on a Tuesday, 9:34. So just wrapping up on these celebrities and all this digital doo-doo. You got the whole crypto thing, and you got a whole list of celebrities that are getting sued for pushing that FTX thing. Some of the big names there, Tom Brady, Gisele Bündchen.
Oh, remember Matt Damon had that Super Bowl commercial about only the brave will lose all their money this year in crypto.
And remember, it was that commercial. Remember Larry David, he was poo-pooing the whole thing.
How's he getting sued? He was the only one that was right.
It's a safe and easy way to get into crypto.
Yeah, I don't think so. And I'm never wrong about this stuff.
I don't think so. So we all know what's going on. The FTX guy was arrested in the Bahamas. But then the other racket, these NFTs, these non-fungible tokens where, in a nutshell, you're buying like the digital rights to an image, and it was just idiotic. It would be like a picture of a pineapple, and somebody would pay $65,000 for a picture. I mean, it's stupid.
It was a really good-looking pineapple,
just stupid stuff. And now a class action lawsuit says that stakeholders in Yuga Labs, the parent company of NFT series Bored Ape Yacht Club.
That's the big one, the Bored Ape.
Exactly. So now they're getting sued in a complaint which was filed a couple of days ago in federal court in L.A. Yuga partners, including all these other defendants, are being sued. Kevin Hart.
Oh, no.
Gwyneth Paltrow, Madonna, Justin Bieber, Serena Williams, Jimmy Fallon, Paris Hilton, Snoop Dogg, The Weeknd, Post Malone, Steph Curry from the NBA.
Warriors, not Posty.
Okay, you know what this tells me?
Hold on one second.
Salesman.
Let me just finish the story. The lawsuit seeks monetary damages of at least $5,000 on benefit of the plaintiffs, and they're claiming that they were ripped off.
How did he sign up
in a big NFT scheme here?
Didn't Neil Patrick Harris have one too?
I didn't see that.
I mean, I'm sure there's a bunch of celebrities who are off this list who are somehow involved.
But they offered some kind of an ape coin, and I have no idea. This is.
Well, last week we had the story about Justin Bieber who bought like a picture of a monkey picking his nose.
Right.
But that's his own personal investment.
Right.
I realize that.
Just the value of this, how it's depleted.
So now there's a class action lawsuit. And again, folks, this crypto stuff, I'm sorry. I never messed in crypto. And even worse was this NFT stuff. Who the hell was pushing this NFT garbage? There are going to be some images that if you own the digital rights to, it could be valuable. But it's not some picture of a lizard that somebody took on a fence in their backyard, and you want to buy this non-fungible token? I mean, it's the goofiest thing.
What would be worth money?
Maybe an exclusive image of
if you bought Uncle Sam pointing at you,
a historical image or a famous photograph, maybe the NFT, the digital rights for that would have value.
How about the famous USA woman doing this?
That could be licensed.
Are you talking about Rosie the Riveter?
Yes. How about that? What if you
It's
bought
not
that?
the famous USA woman doing a curl.
How about the famous picture of Andre the Giant drinking 12 beers at once?
That'd be worth something.
Interesting.
Okay, you know what this tells me about all these actors who got involved with this? Number one, they either don't have any financial people in their, telling them, giving them good advice not to do this type of stuff because this is so flim-flammy. The cryptocurrency, the NFTs, that's number one. Or number two, they got paid so much money to advertise for them.
I mean, they were getting top-level endorsers. I mean,
That's what happened. A lot of them were paid a lot of money. They had a ton of money thrown at them. Guess what? Over the years, I've turned down more endorsements than I've taken. I'm sure over the years, I've left hundreds of thousands of dollars on the table because there were certain products I just didn't feel comfortable endorsing.
I will.
I know you will.
Pass it over here.
A couple of things before we get at it today. You see an American Airlines passenger just lit up a cigarette on a flight?
We're just out of control.
He just thought he time traveled back to the 60s when he could smoke on planes.
From Simple Flying. I like this website. It's all kinds of flying stuff, aviation crap. This past week, a video was posted showing a passenger lighting a cigarette on board an American Airlines flight. 4-second video shows the man lighting the cigarette, and that's it. However, the filming passenger, Sarah Radisevich, stated in the accompanying tweet that a flight attendant snatched the cigarette out of the man's hands.
Nice.
In this situation, the cabin crew responded appropriately by extinguishing the cigarette, as smoking aboard an aircraft is illegal, poses a fire risk. Hey, don't even think about going to the lavatory and smoking that cigarette or trying to disable the smoke detectors in the lavatory. That's a federal fine. That's punishable by up to a $10,000 fine and or 1 year in prison. Okay? I think that's what they say.
I think you're right. I think that's it verbatim.
I think there's also a little placard that's stuck to the. There's a placard stuck to the ceiling, which I think says that. Yeah, Andrew.
A caller wanted to know what the 107-year-old man did that was the bad habit.
Oh, yeah, we'll get to that here in a second.
What a good memory.
I've got that in the pile here. I'll get to that. So the airline commented on the tweet stating that it was handling the situation. A representative for the airline commented, our team is on top of this and appreciate you bringing this to our attention. Please DM the flight details. So it was an American Airlines flight, and someone just lights up in the cabin, and a flight attendant just grabs the cigarette out of the hands of the guy who lit up. Good for the flight attendant.
No question. Good for her.
Burn yourself. Careful.
Absolutely.
Them.
Surprised she's not being sued.
All right, here's the 100-year-old guy.
He's 107.
Yeah, 107-year-old guy. Roxanne sent me the story last night. And what do you say? That he has a bad habit? Was that the story?
Just one teeny bad habit that I kind of like.
Here's the deal.
I tube it every day.
Exercise is better than medicine. 100-year-old man who does 3-hour workouts 5 days a week reveals the secrets to his longevity, including a pescatarian diet. Froggy, what is a pescatarian diet?
He only eats pests, like rat.
No, pescatarian. P-E-S.
You didn't know this.
P-E-S-C-E-T-A-R-I-A-N. Pescatarian diet.
He's not walking around saying, "Don't throw that roach out."
Is he religious? Is that what he is?
Just tell me what a pescatarian is.
They only eat Pisces.
He only eats meat.
Oh, that's
gone bad.
It's carnivore meat that's gone bad. Rancid meat from a dumpster.
Yeah.
I'm a ranciditarian.
He's like Liver King. He only eats liver. What?
Pescatarian.
Pest.
Come on.
He eats pets.
That's it. I just eat pets.
I have them all. It's a fish diet.
I love.
A pescatarian is a.
How is that fish?
I don't know.
It's a fishitarian.
You've never heard, like, in foreign languages, P-E-S-C.
Don't act like you have.
Yes, I have.
Swear in real
Anyway,
life?
this guy is, what do you say, he's 100...
Fish is pescado in Spanish.
Whoa.
Pescateri.
Look
Anyway,
at the big brain on
this guy, are you sure he's 107?
I'm 1,000.
I threw that out this morning, but it
This
may
guy,
not be accurate.
no, the guy's just 100.
Okay, well.
I thought he was 107.
No, he's 100. He's not 107.
Why are we just making up
Anyway,
You know,
his bad habit is he drinks nightly martinis. So,
two of them a night.
I don't know if they're shaken or stirred. I don't know what the story is there.
If he's 100 years old, they're shaking.
Not stirred.
Always shaking.
His hands are they're shaking. His hands are shaking. Anyways,
him good.
so that's his bad habit. He works out like 5 days a week and drinks nightly martinis. What, 2 of them is what he does?
Good for him.
You're making
I
that
love
part
it.
up too, Roxanne, or is it really 2?
Yeah.
He's 107.
107. I mean, what difference does it make at that age, really?
Hey, do we know why the FBI raided this home up in Tarpon? Did you see that on the news? Federal Bureau of Investigation spokeswoman confirmed that agents were executing a court-authorized activity at a home in Tarpon Springs, 700 block of Lincoln Avenue. And what I noticed is whatever the hell's going on inside this house, on why the FBI, see if there's anything new on this before we get out of here. Is there any update on why this home was raided by the FBI in Tarpon? But if you look at the front yard, it is a winter wonderland. They have every single inflatable blow-up Christmas item in their yard.
Yeah.
The whole damn yard. There was an FBI search in this Tarpon home, and the whole yard is filled with all the Christmas ornaments. Santa Claus, the elves, the reindeer, the snowman, all those inflatables.
Trying to make a distraction?
I don't know.
our front.
How bad could things be inside the home if they've got all these cute inflatable Christmas items out front?
All right, we're going to fortify the house with a perimeter of reindeer.
That's what I want to know. All right, before we get out of here,